We didn't accidentally bury the time, did we? Because I'm kind of worried that Aldrin knows about it being tomorrow, but doesn't know what time.
Today.
Or yeah, today. Well, I know.
I think it's somewhat obvious. I mean, I mentioned it at yesterday at 2:40 p.m. Of course,
Yeah.
he did answer after. He says he's good for tomorrow. So
Yeah,
it's possible that he looked at the day but not the time.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Well, you might get cavalry then before the end of the day. Because if he shows up at 4, he'll still be here for at least part of it.
Yeah.
Was I hearing Molly for a second?
Yeah. We're
Here.
we're going to the same channel right now. Her phone
But
is
yeah, I was like, wait a minute, her little bubble's not up, but I hear her. What? Am I
Yeah,
being hot?
sorry.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I rolled initiative. What happens?
Lee dies.
Well, actually, I would like you all to roll initiative. We might as well get started.
Oh, I was just idly passing time.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes when you play with dice.
I rolled a 1.
All right, Lee goes last.
Lee dies.
I rolled 8.
And Ormus rolled a negative.
Okay.
Did you literally roll a 1, Lee?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay. Ormus?
I'm sorry.
So who's gonna go first, the negative or the nat 1?
Well, Ormus rolled yet.
What is going on with the...
He just dropped, so I assigned a negative temporarily.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
His initiative is so bad he got booted out of chat.
That's what I figured.
What,
If
me?
If you do so badly at an initiative roll that you're just like, fuck it, I'm leaving the party, then that's a bad roll.
Me? No, I decided to just say fuck the headphones because I can barely hear you.
Fair enough.
You're cutting
I
out.
could try to speak louder, but I was yelling most of the day yesterday, so not quite as bad as Lee, but I am also one that is short a vocal voice of quarter two. So, Ormus, if you would please roll initiative.
I gotta find my stat sheet. Where? God, this is why I don't organize shit.
Surprise, surprise, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I was
What?
trying to figure out my headphone situation, and then I had to find. I organized all my apps early, like I think a couple weeks ago.
That's
I
cool.
had no idea where the fuck they went. That's
Well,
18 plus.
Well, you should
That's
know.
a 19 total. What do we?
Oh, I forgot. I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Yeah,
Damn,
go ahead and see what you get better. You do better than 15, probably.
No, my initiative is plus 8. There we go. Nah.
yeah, I mean,
Beyond the odds. They are not in your favor, as one would argue.
just so you know, I always remember my initiative bonus because it's 0.
Yes. Luckily, it's a +0 and not a -0. Otherwise, that would be really. But you all, if you recall, had it's been a while, but you had teleported to some sort of far-off land, far to the west, in the hills and mountains, in the Elven lands, and you were trying to find some drow. It didn't take long. With a little bit of work, you were able to get past a small farming community that supported a nearby dwarven settlement, and bribed your way past a couple of indecisive or thorough or lazy dwarves, depends on your impression, but in the least seemingly bloodthirsty. And getting past them, you decided to climb down into a hole for a bit, and then climbed out of it again. So that happened. But you met upon a kind of a, I guess, wimp. Wimp is probably the best word. A wimpy elven scholar by the name of Araban, who was living with the Drow. Well, specifically a Drow, his wife, Miz, and their children. And a bargain was struck that he would lead you down and take you towards the dwarven territories, and specifically to their foremost kind of fortress, the barrier between them and the oncoming war with the dwarven settlement above. And he took you there specifically so that you could steal a legendary bow that shoots arrows of wind, something that was built several thousand years ago by a now slightly not alive dragon god by the name of Bahamut, specifically to kill his sister, Tiamat, who, as you all know, has not been in fact killed. And you're getting that bow to helpfully help fight a oncoming army of dwarves. Wow, those dwarves are really getting around, attacking the city of Bakata, and you know that they are about 4 days out from the city. And anyway, that's basically the situation. You all had a lovely, lovely mushroom stew, as prepared, presumably by Miz, the pregnant wife of Arban, and daughter of some dignitary of a dwarven house, but he didn't get too much into it. But you all were insistent that you quickly go to get the bow, and a bargain was again struck to reiterate that you would leave Philbin, your wizard, behind, and he would stay with Miz and the children, and that if you all didn't make it back at a certain time, he would teleport Arban's family to safety. And if you all did come back, then you would teleport their entire family, as well as yourselves, also out to safety. So you all have made yourselves, or rather have delved deeper into the depths. You went through the catacombs of the city and down into cavern upon cavern upon cavern, down slides of prehistoric rock, and worn away steps that have been cut so long ago you can't even remember the people that cut them. Anyway, you soon found yourselves looking upon a large fortress. The fortress relatively previewed in mostly the same way in the game feed. And you all had made something of a game plan before, if I recall, that 2 of you would sneak in and 2 of you would stay out. Is that correct?
I don't remember.
I know me and Aldrin and the goat were all going to stay outside, and I'm pretty sure Fiona and Ormus and probably Molly were all going to sneak in.
Yeah.
Was I a spider or anything at this time? I don't recall.
You were a spider, but that time has gone. Well, actually, how long does your wild shape last?
4 hours.
Yes, that time is gone.
Well, would the time spent with the elves and Drow count as a short rest?
Y'all didn't stay very long, although you could, if you like, stay to count as a short rest, and I'll grant it. But before, you had mentioned that you wanted to just leave right away.
I guess we were kind of running from
If the group decides to stay for a short rest, I'll allow it.
I mean, that would be a good, decent place to do a short rest. And just, I don't think anybody else really needs it. Let's see.
I don't think I need it that bad. I also can't recall if I used a second wild shape or not.
I don't think so. I'm
To my
pretty sure.
knowledge, you have not. For this entire day, you teleported in after a long rest. You walked to a nearby town, and then from there walked to the dwarven camp, and then from there went inside of the underground, and then from there turned into a spider, and then from there came to the sort of living room of a drow elven couple.
Okay, then the only thing I need a short rest for is my wild shape, so it's
Okay. You have another transformation, Rick.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. With the greatest of haste, you all make your way into the depths of the world below. And as I said, find yourselves roughly at that fortress. It seems to only have one main entrance in, and it guards the path beyond. So if you were to go into, say, the Drow City, you would have to sneak past it or break past it. That's the entire point of its defense. But you can readily just go up to it. I'll add the fires are for dramatic effect of whoever drew this picture. There are no fires lit this evening.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yes, it is an absolute dark. It is the kind of dark where you could easily see a dark T-shirt for its bright glare in this dark. It is the slighter dark of the dark. It is very dark.
Sure.
Anyway,
Dang.
you see before you a stone bridge. What would you like to do?
Do you guys want us to stay on this side of the stone bridge, or should we try to?
Well, you guys stayed back with the
No, we're gonna stay near the fortress, but we're not gonna cross. I think the plan was that we don't cross over the bridge and we wait for you guys.
Yeah.
And like if it happens, we I don't know, come in as like support or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like staying on the other side of the bridge would probably be the best idea, just for non-visibility's sake, you know.
Yeah, because us crossing, I feel like would give it away. But you guys are stealthy enough; you could probably get across unnoticed.
Yeah, Arban insists that he does not cross the bridge because he does not want to die.
Yeah, Arbon, Lee, and Algren, I guess, and the goat all stay on one side of the bridge, maybe.
So, Arban, are there any dangers of the bridge itself that you know of? I just, let us not pass the bridge.
He says the bridge, I think, is rather strong. It's all of the dwarves on the other side that'll murder everyone. Or not the dwarves, the drow on the other side that'll murder everyone. That's the real thing I'm afraid of.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Because, like this is their front line. They've been waiting for this battle for a long time.
How long is the bridge? Can we tell?
The bridge itself seems to only be about 30 feet.
Okay. You guys can get across that if we have to break it down for some reason, right?
Yeah, I can misty step across it if it has to crumble at some point.
All right.
If it's only 30 feet.
And it's about 30 to 40 feet, but it looks quite sturdy, relatively speaking. I mean, assuming no one's attacking it or beating on it or dropping a certain particular club on it, then it shouldn't have a problem.
That's Lee's plan. If things go south, to keep them from being pursued, is to just annihilate the bridge if they get caught.
Worst case, I can Misty Step as well. I got that once per rest.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
While I'm sure you all remember it, I'll just reiterate that not too long ago, in the previous day, you had acquired a club of legend by the name of Smashmouth, that is known in the Gnomish tongue. And this, by rumor, has the power to destroy anything. So you haven't made use of it, but just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
Because you mentioned it last time.
terrifying.
if I may suggest, when the time comes, if you do decide to use it on the bridge, try a very light touch at first, because yeah.
Somebody wants to move.
So I know it's going to be Ormus and I and Molly, but how do we want to do this? Because there's basically a front line waiting on the other side of this bridge. So like,
Well, as you look, you don't see. Well, actually, if you want, you can roll a perception check to see what you might see.
That reminds me, Ormus, didn't you say you had Dimension Door?
Let me look.
Because you were telling us last time that part of the plan was Dimension Door, I believe.
I think you do have Dimension Door, but you would know better.
Yes, I do. 4th level spell.
my perception is a 15.
Mine was a 6.
A 6? Isn't there a modifier higher than that?
No, my modifier's just 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, I get proficiency, so 10.
I,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
All right. As you all look across, you do not see anyone. Not readily, at least. I'm assuming you're staying back a little bit. You're not looking from the bridge.
Yeah, no.
This particular cavern, this tunnel that leads to this bridge, it itself is about 20 to 30 feet wide. There's plenty of stalagmites that are littered around in rubble and such that you can hide behind to cover and also to observe from. And it's a rather wide area, but you're fine. You can stand back plenty and look. Your dark vision is a little difficult to pick out.
I'll send Tabard out, fly high, and scout from above.
Indeed. As he goes in and goes above, he is able to get a much better view. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Oh, sorry, I just remembered something that we planned last time, but I just wanted to say it before we went any further. We could signal each other by casting like a light spell of some sort to like really scare, because they don't know we're there. So like, if we just cast a light spell all of a sudden, that would give Fionn, Molly, and Ormus time to like try to figure out how to escape, and they would think that the horse was on the outside. But yeah,
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I know we agreed on that last time, but it had been a while, so.
Yeah, I had honestly completely forgotten about that myself. So
Because I remember we talked about the daylight spell.
yeah,
Yeah,
That'll probably blind the too.
yeah, exactly. But depending on the danger, we could just use the light spell from Allegrin.
just a quick question. It doesn't have to do with anything. I was just looking at the description of the Ring of the Hidden Shadow, and how many charges does it hold total? Because I don't have that in my description.
I don't think we determined that.
I
Yeah.
thought it said that.
It might, and I just don't. Because I have that it regains 1d3 plus 1 each night at midnight, but I don't have the total that it holds.
I think it was 5, wasn't it?
Number 2 on the description. While wearing this ring, you may add proficiency bonus to stealth check. This ring has 4 charges for the following properties.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So the ring has 4 charges, and it has the possibility of every day at midnight regaining all of the charges, but you will gain at least half of them.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted because it's gonna be heavily used, so I wanted to make sure that it
I know so.
Yonder, also, recently I've used some spell and found that Ormus's fellow assistant is a, like, fiend, right? Was that, like, commune with nature? I don't recall.
I think so. Yeah, it was when you were outside. You were looking for.
I don't think it was necessarily community nature. I forget, but yes, you had some spell that let you know that his bird is not a normal bird.
Was it a spell or was it an ability of the land druid? I don't
I think it
remember.
was a spell. I think it was commune with nature because it's a ritual spell. And that's why I did it.
It was what you did when you landed in, because you were trying to find Drow.
What's the range of it?
It was something had to do with determining the land and flora and fauna, and anything within particular range.
Okay. I do remember specifically that the spell had a range of 3 miles, so that
Yeah.
might be able to confirm it. Huh? Because I don't know. I'm trying to find out if it's the spell.
Well, let me look up Commune with Nature, and I'll see what that's the spell.
Yeah.
I don't have them all memorized.
Doing stuff for me.
Yeah. I asked because I was trying to confirm whether it was or not. That's why. Because it would confirm it if it was also 3 miles.
Commune with Nature, 5e. Judging from the fact that it's on my search history, I'm gonna guess that it was
Yeah.
probably the spell.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. You're able to determine prevalent pantheon of fays, fiends, elementals, or undead.
Yeah.
You're able to determine that, yes, you could sense a fiend
And a little bit of undead.
A fiend
and
that
a
was
little bit of
close,
undead.
I could kind of almost pinpoint it enough that I could be suspicious of. Was I more suspicious of Ormus himself or just Ormus's bird?
Well, it's kind of tough to tell, isn't it? They're close together. One is on the shoulder of the other, primarily the bird on Ormus's shoulder. So you could. I don't think that it was pinpoint enough. You just kind of knew that there's something fiendish in that direction, and also there's something undead around.
Lee has known that Ormus has a spicy bird for a while.
Yeah, exactly. And for whatever reason, Lee has developed a smell of cheese, but like not the good smell of cheese.
Yeah.
I feel like every time Fiona knows that Lee or Molly is using something that could detect the presence of some sort of, evil or undead, etc., he gets a little nervous because he's the only other one who knows Ormus's the nature of his bird and his pact. What's the word? Patron. His patron.
Mm-hmm. Because he invaded your mind
So,
and forced you to have bad dreams.
It wasn't invading. It was
unfamiliar
it was
to spicy.
so Lee knows that Ormus has a spicy bird. Molly now knows about it.
Yeah, but Lee just doesn't think much of it.
So Eldrin's the only one entirely out of the know.
He probably knows. He's a very old an elf. He either doesn't care or he knows and doesn't care. So
Exactly. Allergen's pretty sharp tack. He might know, he might not, and in the end, he probably wouldn't care either way.
yeah, he's like, some birds are spicy, some are not. It's not a big deal.
Hawthorne's a good bird. We know that.
Yeah.
That reminds me, did we ever get to Havrim's perception check?
I'm still waiting on a number.
I got 21.
All right.
I was waiting for everyone's one to be able.
You want me to make the perception check? Because I have a -1.
21, as Hadram stealthily and quietly goes up to the roof of this cave and across it and looks down. He is able to see several drow silently moving into position along the walls. They apparently have spotted you all and are preparing.
Okay. Yeah. Heads up, everyone. They know we're here.
Darn, I thought we were being stealthy enough. I say loudly while I move around in my shiny creepy armor. And then my goat baads loudly at me in agreement. In agreement. Ah!
Alright, well, shit. How do we want to go about this? Because obviously stealth is not going to work anymore.
And they might have just spotted me and the goat. They might not have a good handle on how many we have, because we are.
You know
Oh,
what?
wait.
I'll be fair on this one. They rolled a pretty good perception check, but you're right. It's possible that maybe you all were stealthy enough. I'll go ahead and let you retroactively make stealth checks.
Uh, I'm okay if they notice Lee because if Lee actually might act as a distraction to everyone else.
Do
Can
you
I?
want to forego the stealth check and intentionally act as a distraction?
Yes, but I don't know if Lee would do that on purpose. But I definitely think that that's what he would do.
Can we say that my hood is already up?
Of course.
And I
Yeah.
got-
You all had several hours of walking here to prepare, either by discussion or within your minds.
Yeah, I feel like me and Aldrin are walking side by side at the group, the lead of the party whenever we come out here, and just being kind of loud and obvious. Well, Aldrin to a lesser extent.
I rolled 17.
I'm just double checking a thing.
Vision ability, because I have +5 to my stealth. It fucking sucks.
I rolled a 26 stealth.
Gee.
26 stealth, that's very impressive.
Everybody roll really good.
I got an 18.
Nice. I know people can't get more than regular advantage, so. But does me acting as a distraction do anything? Like give them disadvantage or something?
It will make you most certainly seen.
Oh, I just remembered I got advantage for using my cloak, and I got an extra 20.
Yeah, nice.
Very impressive.
Natural 20 plus 1.
Plus 1.
Lee got a 0.
Did you actually get a 0?
No, I didn't roll.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll?
Well, I'm just asking if you, because you all are kind of coming into this area. If you were loud, everyone would be seen. If you are not loud, or at least not seen, but they'll be alerted. And if you're
Oh.
not, then they won't necessarily be alerted.
Okay, do you guys think we should make a stealth check, or should I act as a distraction?
Make a self check.
Uh,
It's worth trying at least.
Yeah, mine is really bad. Alright, we'll find out. Actually,
You fail 100% of the skill challenges you don't roll. All
well,
right.
see, that's what I was thinking, is that I would be better to act as a distraction since I'm so bad at it, that it's just better to take it, make my weakness into a strength, you know?
And you all can certainly do that as a group. If you want to take advantage of Lee's lack of stealth, give me something clever. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I failed because I rolled it anyway, and I definitely failed.
You rolled a 3. I don't know what its modifier is.
It doesn't matter at that point.
I don't know how much of a difference it would make, but you never know what their perception check might be. I just realized that I had my stealth bonus wrong. It's only 1 point lower, so that would be a 25 for me. I just figured
Wow.
in case of a it meets it beats scenario, you know.
That's
Honestly,
certainly
I
good.
kind of be. Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer the my initial thought of just wanting to be obvious about it, so that I could act as a distraction, so the rest of the party wouldn't even be noticed.
All right. But essentially, all has continued as I assumed it would.
Yes. I rolled a 3.
Flyover does see
Oh.
Drow moving into position.
I just realized I rolled a 3, but I have disadvantage, so I could technically get a 1.
It's fine. I mean, you can roll a 1 if you want.
Here we go. It doesn't really matter. I kind of wanted to forego my roll anyway.
You can always just choose to intentionally fail the stealth check.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I can't force you to roll. You can do
I
whatever.
know. I mean, my plan was just kind of to forego the role of Lee just not trying to be stealthy
Okay,
and acting as a distraction.
that's fine.
And I don't know if that'll work, but I like to think in my head that.
And
my
that's
heart.
perfectly fine. You're just standing tall like a British officer, not taking any effort to be quiet or invisible, and that's perfectly okay. But as I said, Ormus, Hadram in the flyover, does notice several drow moving into position on the walls, bows in hand.
Do I see how many?
A lot. You want to have
Oh.
them make a full count? At least a
Oh.
dozen. And
Oh.
more arriving by the moment.
Okay. Well, you guys, I can have Havram here scout around the city, see if there's a side entrance, or we can try sneaking in.
Yeah, I say
Well-
have him do that because storming, even if we aren't noticed, storming the gate when there's that many people there is probably not a good idea.
I mean, I feel like there's still the option of, walking with our hands up, showing we're not a threat.
No, that's
Ormus, your
Yeah.
passive perception is what, 8 or 18? 17?
It's 16.
I don't
60.
think
Okay, and Theon,
you got
Mine is 19.
Okay. And Molly Mort's is 17. Okay. Don't mind me.
I think me and Algren acting as a distraction is probably going to be our best bet.
Also, I have the alert feat just to remind in case of us being surprised.
You guys have any plan for getting across the bridge to get into the fortress?
I mean, at this point, I don't really know. Like, having Havram scout for side entrances or whatever is like the best idea because even if we aren't noticed, there's no way we're getting past that many people preparing for onslaught.
That's true. Yeah. Well, once you guys find like an entrance, maybe then like variously turn invisible, teleport, whatever you guys have to do to cross.
I don't think past that is quite the
Yeah. You probably have to like turn into something or be invisible.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Oh, I mean, I can be invisible, but I was hoping to save that.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
I mean, we might have to walk out with our hands up, like, hey, this is a diplomatic thing. We're not here for. But I
We're
don't.
here to kill your king. Yeah,
We're not, though.
we're not.
No, we're hoping to, take it slow.
Lee?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
I'm guessing a 26 to hits.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All the way over there. Damn. They got.
Oh, it's probably like what, 40, 50.
Oh yeah. I guess that's not that many.
Longbow range, 150 short, 600 long. So
Okay. Okay.
And that 600 is with the. We're definitely much closer than that.
We're trying to go in and talk to the Lord, right? Because we also were hoping to have him use his necromancy, right?
I guess. Okay. I mean, we can.
It doesn't-
The plan can change. It's fine.
Yeah, we were hoping for Plan A. Right now, we're like scrambling past Plan
Lee, what's
Z,
your
trying to
AC?
figure out what the hell is going on.
Mm.
I got 3 more rolls against you. I just want to know your AC.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
It's 20, like everyone point now.
20 total.
Yes.
All right.
Because I got plate mail and a shield. Though I'm probably not expecting the first hit, so it might be 18.
Yeah. So the first one catches you a bit by surprise. Although Theon, you weren't too surprised because you're very alert, but you were somewhat surprised, but not functionally surprised.
Yeah. Like,
Um,
I could see it coming, but I didn't expect them to actually pull the trigger.
I know, right? It's crazy. So the first arrow, Lee, comes forward and hits you in the back for 18 damage.
How they hit me in the back? I'm facing towards them.
I know, right? For
That's impressive.
18 damage.
15?
18, 1/8 of
Crap.
piercing, plus 10 poison. In fact, make a Constitution saving throw if you would, please.
Alrighty.
Guidance or pass the saving throw?
This is
no,
not.
it's a saving throw.
Well, for one, this isn't expected either.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can't be
where's my con saving throw? Right,
Constitution saving throw, indeed.
I got a 27.
That's very impressive. But you do still take the 10 poison damage as this arrow hits, and you can just feel this instant burn. And then you hear 3 more clings as 3 more arrows brush off of your armor. So, that's like a good thing.
I feel like,
Just you get behind cover, please.
well, I feel like seeing that Fionn would be like, okay, we have to. The choice has been taken. We have to hands up. He would say that to the party.
Fine,
So
okay, we can try it, but like,
the arrows having come from behind you, you all are aware now that apparently someone has stalked you for who knows how long, and they're on the other side of this tunnel that you find yourselves in, with a fortress on one end and these snipers on the other.
none of our perceptions picked that up. Jesus Christ!
Nope. They rolled a 24 for stealth on the way down, and you guys, for your passive perceptions, didn't do it, and none of you were looking behind you when you're active. Anyway,
Well, except for Fionn, who's always looking behind him.
in a sense. But, as I said, Lee, you took 18 piercing from the arrow and 10 poison from that particular hit, and 3 other arrows just flick off of your armor. You all are aware that you're apparently in a bit of an ambush with combat on 2 fronts. You have cover, but only against one side at a time. Or you can have cover with both, but it's not as good a cover. The big rocks, you can only hide behind one at a time. So, let's see. Top of the order here, Ormus, what would you like to do?
Ormus. You there?
Yeah, maybe. He was there a moment ago. We'll come back to him. That's fine. Fionn, you're not surprised. I mean, you were a little bit surprised, I hope, but you weren't that entirely surprised.
Yeah, I feel like Fionn's like, damn it, I should have been checking behind us.
Like, I literally checked behind me at Walmart. I feel like Fionn would have been checking behind him because he's paranoid too, just like me.
Yes, but his passive perception isn't enough.
That's
Okay, so can I tell where the arrows came from directly? Can I possibly see them, or?
You can roll a perception check to try and look through the darkness.
I can, and since I have improved darkness, it is not too bad for me. Let me see.
One might hope.
See,
We shall see.
22. Get a 16 plus 6.
All right. You do not see anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna say out loud, don't get hit by their arrows. They hurt really bad as I pull out the shaft from between a chink in my armor.
Alright, so I don't see them.
I feel like it hits me in the neck to like do that much damage. Like probably like between
Probably.
the shoulder and the
That's
neck.
what I was kind of figuring, is that it came right through one of the shoulder plates on the back, you know?
Yeah, like boom. I'm just like, holy shit.
Ouchies!
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lee wouldn't say holy shit. He'd say ouchies. Oingo, boingo.
Something feels bad.
Jeez.
Either that was a really big bee or there's an archer behind us.
Yeah.
So, Ormus, what would you like to do? You look behind
Fuck.
you. You don't see the source of any kind of arrows, but again, one has clearly been used against Lee to some effect, and 3 more panged harmlessly off of his armor.
Alright, guys, what are we doing? We hands up, or are we attacking?
I mean, I can implement Rising Sun if you guys like Formation Rising Sun.
What's Formation Rising Sun?
I cast Daylight.
I mean,
And you guys make a break for the city under the while they're blinded, and basically um, try to get to the wall and find a cover.
You down for this, Ormus? Like, we're gonna be the stealth guys, so like,
I mean, I'm down for whatever is best for the entire group. I don't want to leave anyone back here undefended against all this. But if he thinks he can take him,
I will add that you only have moments to act.
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna hold my action for that then.
You guys would need to sprint to the other side of the bridge and find cover. And
Yeah.
basically, me and Aldrin would take advantage of this opportunity to attack these guys.
All right, I'm gonna cast invisibility then
Okay.
and wait.
You whoop into invisibility. Your bird's still flying above the fortress.
I'm
If I-
ready to go when you guys.
If I may suggest, since you're invisible, I would take the rest of the turn to use movement to get towards across the bridge.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. I've got yeah, I'll just sprint.
We know that you guys are already noticed, right? So yeah. I'm just making sure.
We don't know if we've been noticed. We know you've been noticed.
Yeah, you're the only one who's taken arrows.
Well, that's the only reason that I would say not to cross the bridge yet is because of the possibility of you guys not have being like really noticed yet, and that would make you guys obvious. I would think. That's true. That's true. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I'm just trying here.
No, I feel you.
All right. So, Ormus, do you stay put or do you run?
Yeah.
Aye, sprinting. You're going 60 feet as far as I can over the bridge, or at least
Okay.
up to the door and waiting for my.
You can get all the way across the bridge and find yourselves against these large, secure double doors. And you can almost hear the straining of bowstrings above your head on the wall as the next volley, or rather the first volley from this side, is prepared. And next up, we have, looking at the order again, Fion. What would you like to do?
Holding my turn for Project Rising Sun.
Indeed. Do you want to take any? I mean, you're holding entirely, just passing it off until after Lee. If you
Yeah.
roll a 1, you'll be last now.
Hmm.
Are you like well hidden right now?
I mean, I rolled 25 for my stealth earlier, so
You could probably get like behind a rock or something near the like maybe hide in like the extra shadow of like.
Well, see, the question here is that if you put your entire turn off, if you move now, that's your turn. You can prepare an action, but
Okay.
if you want to put your turn off, you've got to put yourself after whomever. You can insert yourself back in the order whenever you like, but if you're going to wait till after Lee, you've got to wait past enemies and all your allies. Just
Yeah,
put it out there.
Wait, do they still do that in 5e where you can hold your action?
Yes.
I did not know that.
And
I
you
thought
can reinsert yourself, and that will be the permanent position in the order from there on.
I was thinking all you could do.
You
I
can
was-
ready an action where you could say, okay, I'm moving here now, but when Operation Sunrise or whatever that is occurs, then you do action A. So it's
Yeah.
triggered by a certain thing, and
See,
then
that-
your turn order stays the same. That's
See,
an
that-
option as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. I know that, but I didn't. I thought the being able to hold your action and move in the initiative was a 4e thing.
Yeah,
I don't-
well, it began in 4e, but it does still hold over into 5e. You can take your turn later if you choose, and that'll be the permanent order.
Oh.
Then I'll ready an action to when Lee casts daylight. I'll sprint for that. Flip up my goggles of dark vision and sprint for the bridge. When he
Okay.
casts daylight specifically.
All right, understood.
Wait, you're putting on your goggles of darkness?
No, I already have them on because it's pitch blackness.
He's gonna take them off when the lights come on. When the lights come on.
Yes. Good.
Yeah,
Turn the lights on, carry me home.
we've all seen that movie. So, next up is Das Drau. All right.
When Lee gets hit with the arrow, he squeals really loud.
I don't know if it bothers me that the drow is German.
They would have to be, wouldn't they? Welcome to our ball.
Why was that?
Because the whole like evil German accent thing.
Yeah.
All right, so
Bond.
I would
let
like
me.
to think that I'm quite German.
You're also evil. See,
So currently, Ormus is invisible. Fion is really well hidden. I rolled a 20 for Aladrin's stealth, and I rolled an 18 for Arban's, which isn't entirely great, but it's certainly something. But let's see, Mollymore, what did you roll for your stealth?
That was a natural 20. Plus
That's
one.
right. Yeah, it was a natural 20.
The
So
sneakiest of us all.
And I happen to know that Aladrin has a +5 to his shit because he's got ridiculous stats.
wonderful. So he had a 25. So the only people that are visible currently are Lee and Arvan. So the first 6 will go to Lee. The last 6 will go to Arvan.
I'll tell Arban to dive under the goat. Get
Alright.
cover.
So these guys get a. Nope, wrong one. I'm gonna double check. They get a certain plus, which is a number that obviously I must know, because that makes sense. There it is.
Filling time.
That's too big of a number. I am not filling time. I am doing all of the things as I intend them to be done. No, that's not the right one. Okay, screw it. Let me call it a. I had it. I swear I had it. There it is. It's a +5. Okay, so Lee, you get the first 6. So that's an 18, a 17, a natural 20, a 7, another natural 20, and a 18. So only 2 hit, but those 2
Correct.
are crits.
That hurts. And Lee's
Ow.
very offended and in a lot of pain.
I'm feeling some pain.
How much damage are these crazy bolts doing?
Well, it's not a whole lot. These others were not as well prepared as apparently the others. Oh, I apologize. They have multi-attack. So those 12 go to you, Lee. And
Okay.
other 12 go to the next ones. Go to Arban.
Oh no.
So,
I'm starting to think we should surrender.
2 natural 20 each. Still got 2 crits against you. Let's see. The 18 will hit, and just the 18. So you get 1 normal hit and 2 crits. That's not a big deal. Nothing to worry about there. So let's see. 7.
They got a natural 1 on Arvan. Which is, good.
Yeah. Well, he's fine. So that's in 5.
So,
Doing the math on all this damage. Good gravy. So let's see. That's for the crits. Let's call that an even 16 damage each, plus 7 poison damage. I'm not critting the poison damage.
You can, and you think you're supposed to.
Well, if you want me to, I can, I guess.
I mean, you don't have
Okay.
to, but like it is technically what you're
You're
supposed
right. You're right. We should do it by the rules. Hang on, let me get my calculator out. So that's 16 plus 16, and then the poison is 2d6, so that's 12 plus 12 plus average rolls of plus 6, and then the normal hit of 7 piercing. And do you have any sort of resistances to piercing or poison?
to. Oh no.
Okay, that is a total of 82 damage.
I'm dead. Unconscious.
Let me make sure I did that right, just to be sure. So, Let's see, it's 8 plus 8. Good gravy. There's just so much damage.
It
Plus
looks
3,
like
3,
Project
plus
Rising Sun is a no-go.
5 plus 12 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7. Yeah, 82 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, you are unconscious. Let's see. Arban has an AC of 10.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. He's just dead. He's just instantly dead. He's pincushioned. So that was their turn. But good news, no arrows came from behind you. Mollymort, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do a quick healing word for Lee.
That's probably for the best. So you go over to Lee and cast a healing word.
At 4th level.
Wonderful.
So 16 hit points.
All right, I'm back up.
And then I'm gonna hop on Fion's back.
That is decent. You hop upon Fion's back after reviving down Lee.
And I
Oh
think
man,
that's
Arbot
all.
is so
You do.
dead. I'm just looking at some of the damage estimate for it. Okay. Anyway,
Well, hold on.
would you
one
like to
sec.
do anything else with your turn, Mollymort?
I was just trying to see if guidance was a bonus action. No, it's full action.
Full action? Ah, darn.
Okay, then that's it.
Indeed. Let's see. Aladrin. You think Aladrin would just try and charge at this point? I think he probably would.
I think so.
Aladrin Punch, that's what he does.
Yeah. I think Aladrin would rage and just start screaming and running out towards the wall and just try to beat down the doors.
Wait, at the across the bridge?
I thought that we only got attacked from behind, not from the bridge.
You had 4 arrows originally attached to Lee, one of which hit. And then you all came across the bridge to hide under the wall. And on this particular turn, the drow on the wall fired 12 arrows.
I was the only one that crossed the bridge.
Yeah,
Invisible.
yeah. But
What?
they're
Well,
shooting across the canyon at Lee.
right.
Lee and Arban. Only 3 arrows hit Lee, but they hit him really well. And then Arban got pincushioned. But the dozen drow on the wall just let loose a volley across the bridge and hit Lee and Arban, the only 2 targets that they could see. No one attacked from behind this particular round.
Okay. Did we ever see the attacker from behind?
Nope. Ormus turned around to look right away, but didn't see anything.
Wouldn't. In the cup.
No, you can always go look. It's up to you. But at this point, I think what do you guys think, Galadrin?
No, I think that's perfectly Aladrin.
Yeah, I think you would freak out and run across the bridge and just try to get in. Do something to kill the 12 other drow that are up there killing everybody else.
Yeah.
He has javelins and a crossbow.
Yeah. So he's just runs across and just tries to. I think he would just try and break down the door because I don't think you'd be able to manage killing all 12 drow at range. But if he gets up there, you could rip them apart with his bare hands.
How tall is this door?
It's double doors, pretty big. Yeah,
Well,
it's not insurmountable. It's
The whole wall.
Well, kind of. Well, no, it's mostly that's just kind of a barrier. The doors themselves are realistically like only about 10, maybe 12 feet tall. I mean, they're big doors, but they're not massive.
Okay.
Big enough. big enough to get like a cart through if you had to.
If Alad wants to get up there, I can totally get him up there. Cause that's no bueno. I could just grab him, dimension door. Have fun, buddy.
That's certainly something to keep in mind for the next turn. It'll probably be very good. But currently, he is beating on the door to no effect. Arban needs no saving throws, death saving throws, because he is so dead. Lee, you are not dead, but you are prone, and oh boy, not feeling good. But you're not dying currently. I mean, you are in the grand sense, like we're all dying, and perhaps you being your predicament of between a rock and a hard place, or in this case, snipers and snipers, you're probably dying significantly faster than most people. But you are not dead. What would you like to do?
I guess go with casting daylight. I cast daylight.
Okay, you cast daylight. A song just popped into my head. All right. So, daylight, if I recall, light spreads from a point you choose within range. Where do you cast this sphere of bright light?
Above, about 20 feet above the bridge. Actually, I want it to be at the same level as the top of the wall, but in the middle of the bridge.
Wonderful. This burst of daylight appears right above with a power word from Lee. I'm assuming a little point and a flourish, perhaps.
Yeah, I point up in the air from the ground with blood coming out of my mouth and say,
Oh, 7 deadly sins comes right to mind.
yeah. Oh.
Very impressive. And it just bursts, creating a small little sun here, shedding out bright light for 60 feet, completely encompassing the entirety of this cavern, the section where you are in, and dim light reflecting all throughout. That is going to be pretty darn good for you guys. That's for sure. Would you like to do anything else with your... Well, actually, because you have triggered it, actually. Theon was before you. Theon, your action is triggered. Would you like to run across the bridge?
Yes, I will run excuse me, specifically to Ormus, because I know he has magic voodoo that could probably help us.
All right, you run full across the bridge, bright daylight, in the warmth above your head of this artificial sun, and you find yourself across the bridge with a raging Aladrin and an invisible Ormus.
Oh yeah,
Lee.
he's invisible.
Yeah, Lee,
Yeah.
would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and get on top of my goat.
All
I
right.
guess.
You stand
Okay,
on top of your steed, which they've disregarded as a target because, you know, they're not that cruel.
Who's got Smash Mouth?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to smash the door and get Eldrin through, or do you want me to pop him up?
I wish Aladrin had Smash Mouth. I'm just letting you guys know I totally would have used that sucker.
Oh, I
Oh,
I would-
Al-
do.
He'll be
Athletics get up that thing himself.
It's a bit high. Substantial.
Is that him?
No, that was me. My connection crapped out, so I just disconnected and reconnected.
Okay.
darn.
I
Lost and gained lead.
I'm gonna get on my goat and I'm gonna grab Arabon and go in the opposite direction. I'm gonna go find cover.
Alright. Do you get on your goat and then grab him, or do you grab him and then get on your goat?
I guess I can grab him and get on my goat.
Alright. You're able to easily put this. Okay, not entirely easily. He now has a couple of sharp edges on him. But you're able to toss this sack of elf over your shoulder. It's
On
quite
and
drippy.
through.
Very drippy. But you're able to do so. And mount atop your high steed.
Yes. And I guess then my goat's turn. I'll run around the corner on my goat.
Alright, are you going back through the tunnel?
Yeah, just wherever I can find cover, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you're able to run through the tunnel. That'll certainly get you away from the guys on the wall. That's definitely for sure. And you notice as you come through the tunnel, even with your passive perception, you can see that there are drow archers flanking this section of tunnel as it opens into a larger cavern that you entered from. They are presumably the ones that shot you in the back moments before.
Drive by assholes.
Okay. As I approach them, I'll put my hands up and be like, "Okay, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Just do whatever with me you want.
All right, you do so.
Please let me live. I guess
Would you like to do anything else?
I'm literally out of actions. So, well, actually, yeah. I should have a bonus action here somewhere. No, I can't because I already cast an action spell. So, yeah, I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Ormus, what would you like to do? You're invisible. You are flanked by a raging Aladrin and a oddly bespectacled in this environment. Fion, his night vision goggles on his forehead. What would you like to do?
Do you want to come with me, Theon, or do you want me to bring Aldrin?
If it's not too much trouble, grab me, because I can shred through enemies pretty quick.
Okay. I will put my hand on Theon, dimension door up to the top where those archers are, and
Wait, we're doing stealth. The
Um,
whole point of that was stealth, right?
I'm on Fion's back, so I guess I'm just gonna be abandoned with Aldrin.
oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I wasn't going to say anything until afterward.
Wait, what are we doing?
Dimension door. Ormus is taking Fion for a dimension door, but I was on Fion's back.
Wait,
one
don't-
person.
Don't take Fiona, take Aladrin, because he's acting as the distraction.
Well, I mean, like, they've noticed us at this point. They're probably calling backup as we speak.
Then what was the point of the daylight?
You're separated and can't be having this conversation. What are you doing, Ormus?
I already talked to Theon about it.
Well, I mean,
I'll bring
there's
Theon up.
So
four.
do it. What are you doing?
Bam. Dimension door up. Are we killing or are we still stealthing? Because I can get us 500 feet in there.
Going for the stealth route would be better.
Okay,
Yeah,
bam.
absolutely.
500 feet in.
All right. In terms of dimension door and going 500 feet in, what if there's not 500 feet in? What's here?
Um,
Teleport to a place you can see, I guess?
You
Yeah.
teleport from your current location to any spot within range. You arrive at the exact spot required. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating different directions. So, interesting. Okay. So you want to go 500 feet past the wall?
I mean, if there's 500 feet in, sure. I just kind of want to get to the back of the place.
All right, wonderful. So you and Fion jump into this dimension door at the same time?
Yeah.
You just interlock your hands and skip in?
Well, I think the door kind of comes toward us, doesn't it?
Well, fair enough. Well, it's however you want it, really. We're making it up as we go along, of course.
Yeah. Just kind of like make a hazy door that just comes into place and just whoosh, comes to us.
All right. It goes whoosh over the both of you, and you both take 14 force damage, have a bit of a headache, and have not gone anywhere as the spell fails.
Interesting.
Yes. Having taken this 14 force damage and cast a spell to no use, what would you like to do?
I don't know what happened.
You tried to teleport to a place you couldn't see.
And a place that might have been a wall.
Yeah, you gotta teleport to places you can see.
Well, we've seen, I'm sure, something from the other side of the bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
not.
like maybe the top of the tower instead?
Well, specifically, you said 500 feet past the door.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You can't see past the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says in the spell, if you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or a creature, you and any creature traveling with you take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
Okay. Okay.
So you take 14 force damage and you've not gone anywhere. What would you like to do?
I'm
Anything?
going to see if I have anything bonusy, but
You've
not
got to move,
particularly.
and you are still invisible.
I mean, I could try and climb.
You could. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, that's not the best.
Maybe stealth to a place.
Oh,
where
athletics is actually
there's
pretty good.
not people on the wall.
Huh?
Maybe stealth to a place where there's not people on the wall.
Well, I'm trying to go and kill these bastards. They just
Or
knocked out.
All right, give me that
Yeah.
athletics.
Oh, actually, hold on. What do I got here? Well, first off, my athletics is 18 plus. Oh, wow, athletics not bad. 25.
25 total. Wonderful.
And god damn it, I had the fucking picture up. Where is it? There it is. I'm trying to see where I can go. Up and to the side, maybe to the left, if I'm on the left side of the doors. So
Okay.
trying to sneak around.
All right. You were able to make it. What's your full movement? What's your normal movement?
30 feet. And if I dash, I believe climbing that is 30, right?
All
Because
right.
it's halved.
Yeah. Are you able to dash? Didn't you?
As climbing? Should be, shouldn't I?
Well, in terms of a dash, are you able to do that as a bonus action?
Oh no, you're right. No, I can't.
Dimension Door took your action. You can't
Yeah.
dash right now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Indeed.
15 feet.
All right. You begin climbing up this wall. You do not get to the top, but you are on it and you are invisible. Probably the safest place to be in this entire. And you're well lit. You're able to see everything very easily. Sort of dark gray stone. And it's not too bad.
With any luck, I might be able to get up top there before they can see again.
We'll see. So, Fion, what would you like to do? You just took 14 force damage. You got a bit of a headache.
Sorry.
You've got. You hear the voice of Aramis above you saying sorry for some reason, and Aladrin beside you is trying to beat down the door as hard as he can, but he's not succeeding too well. He looks like he's about to start climbing. But what would you like to do?
And I'm on
Oh,
your back.
also, yes, Molly Mort is on your shoulder. And there is light behind you, a big globe of light.
Okay, 2 questions. Molly, how much can you carry as a spider?
A good amount.
Could you carry an almost 400-pound giant up a wall as a spider?
Um,
I'm going to guess no.
But she can make webs once she's on the top.
I have a
Yeah,
strength
yeah.
modifier too, and I'm a large beast.
She could carry technically. You could mount her. I don't know if she can climb up a wall with you. I'm not sure.
Mm, I got-
Yeah, you could cast spider climb.
Yeah, she
So,
could,
oh,
no.
she could carry a good amount, but I don't think she would be able to. Okay, so here's a question, and I'll run this by anyone else because I don't necessarily Google it right away. Just sort of make an argument. The full capacity to carry, does that include an individual's weight, or does that include of everything they can carry on top of their weight?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't understand the question.
All right, so she, by her size category, if she becomes a giant spider, by her size category and her strength spell, or her strength ability, excuse me, she would be able to carry 420 pounds without weight. Does that include? I'm just questioning. Does that include the weight of a giant spider as the things that she has to carry? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I would
Yeah,
say,
I would say no.
because that's not you're not carrying yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, powerlifters, when they lift, they're not lifting themselves. They're lifting all the extra weight.
Gesundheit, by the way. And yes, I will allow it. You can Gesundheit, good gravy. She can just
Someone is
carry.
dying.
She can carry up to 420 pounds. So none of you weigh Gesundheit. None of you carry that much, or none of you have that much. So yes, she could carry a 300 plus pound, peon up a wall.
Jesus Christ. Are you gonna make it?
Stop sneezing.
Molly,
Will you live?
Molly, are you cool with me holding until you can transform into a spider and then climbing us up the wall
I
and stealthing into town?
yeah, I nod.
All right,
Wow.
let's do this. I'll hold my action to climb onto Spider Molly.
All right.
I'm gonna check real quick if that takes a bonus action or full action. That makes a difference.
So you hold your action until Molly Mort becomes potentially a spider, at which time you'll get on a Molly Mort, and then it'll be her turn again. Interesting. Okay. All right. Since your action is held, it goes to the next turn, which includes the Drow. The Drow. So, Lee, if he is still with us, as temporary as it might seem.
I'm back.
Okay. The two archers that were flanking the doorway dash away their bows and draw short swords and dive in. Well, a short sword each. And immediately come towards you. With your hands up, I will add. Should we be cruel and subtract your shield bonus to the AC?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Because your hands are canonically
Either
up.
way, I'm gonna say so.
All right. We'll see how their rolls go. They're a lot fewer, so I'll just do them the old-fashioned way. That's a hit. That is also a hit. That is
kills.
further a hit. And that is a...
I have 16 HP. Like that kills me.
Okay. Well, not necessarily kills you, but yeah, thoroughly unconscious. You take 3 hits. You take 30 piercing and 30 piercing and 21 poison for a total of 51 damage.
Okay, I only had 16 HP, so
And they actually do another 20 because they are attacking as a group. So another 20 on top of that.
Hold on. 1, 2. Those are the only 3 attacking?
There are only 2 attacking you.
Okay.
They
So
attack
only
twice. They have multi-attack.
3 hits?
3 hits. 3 out of the 4 attacks against you hit.
Okay. And that's 71 damage?
Yes. In total, 71 damage.
Okay, is death half of your HP, or is it,
It
your
is the
HP
whole
negative?
of your HP.
Okay, that doesn't outright kill me, but the first hit, how much was the first hit? Because that would knock me out, and then if they continue stabbing, that'd be 2 deaths, or 2 deaths.
Good point. The very first hit did 20 piercing. Basically, the first hit did 27 damage in total.
Okay, that knocks me out, and then the other 2 would probably count as 2 death fails, right?
Yes.
Okay, failure. Okay, I'm on the edge of.
I can't see you, can I?
Let me double check here.
We're around the corner.
Molly, you are quite far away. He ran the other way. I think it counts as an automatic critical.
Yeah, so that. I guess I really just die.
Hang on here.
Is it automatic critical? Yeah,
I
it's
think it
melee,
is
right?
an automatic crit.
Because I'm
Yeah,
prone.
it's basically a coup de grace. So each one after that would be, because it's an automatic crit, it's 2 death saving throws, not just
Yeah.
1.
So yeah, I'm dead.
4 death saving throws. So dead. Nice.
And
All
then-
right.
No.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's fine. There's necromancers. No big deal. So, on the wall, they can't really see too well down. Can see a raging Aladrin down there. And they'll toss a couple of arrows his way. Can't all see because there's a bit of an bad angle, and they have disadvantage because of this pesky globe. Speaking of, that lasts after you're dead, right, Lee?
Oh yeah, I can't even cancel it. I'm not capable of it. It just lasts an hour.
It's insane.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that. That's good. That's very handy.
They will have
Oh,
no idea. It won't go out or anything. Oh, I
Okay.
think my goat will disappear though if I die.
That's fine. So it's
Wait,
just
let me
you
check.
down there, and then just the prickled remains of Arban, just in this pile there.
Smoke alarm is going off.
I don't know, but it's driving me insane. Probably our neighbors.
Well, hopefully the building does not burn down.
Okay, it went off. No,
That
I
would add insult to injury right there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where is
Let's see. The guys on the wall. So many of them. I'm going to use the dice roller again. So,
No, it looks like the Steve will stay even if I die.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll stay.
Yeah. So yeah, the goat's still there.
I'll do it. I'll just do this evenly. So Mollymort's visible now. Theon is visible, and Aldrin are visible. Ormus is still invisible and hiding.
Well, wait, my goat didn't get to go.
Yeah, so I'll just send. There's 12 of them. They're shooting twice each, so 24 divided by 3, so 8 each. What? I'll just go one by one. Theon, what's your AC?
16.
16. Okay. They're rolling at disadvantage, so I'm just going to roll. Let's see. We need the 20. So it'll just be, instead of the dropping, because I'm sure there's a way to have drop every other one, but it's just a pain in the butt. So we're just going to have them paired up. So that, I mean, you know what I'm kind of saying here?
Yeah.
We're dead.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, out of an even number, each set of 2 side by side is the advantage disadvantage.
Exactly. So whichever one, we'll go with the lower side. Your AC is again what?
16.
16. So 15 for the first one, 8 for the second one, 8 for the third, 9 for the fourth, 7 for the fifth, and then 11 for the sixth, 7 for the seventh, and 10 for, or excuse me, not 10, 8 for the eighth. You get missed by 8 arrows.
Wow.
That's very impressive.
Molly, you hear Fionn go, like, muttering to himself, just like, oh god, what are we doing? God, we're all gonna die. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Like, freaking the fuck out.
Mollymort, what is your AC?
17.
All right. Did I roll it again, or is it the same number? I think I freaked it out. Hang on.
Ooh.
There we go. All right. So the first one's 14, then 10,
Nice, 2 5.
then 17. That's 1 hit, and 18, 2 hits. 19, 3 hits. Nope, I'm taking higher.
You're taking the higher. Yep.
Yeah. So miss.
Did it make any difference if I still have my cloak up?
Yeah, you still got your cloak, but they're still attached to advantage anyway. So that's 1 hit. Miss,
Oh, thank God, because that was a nat
just
20.
1 hit. Yeah, that twitting would have been a little spicy. Only 1 hit, and I'll hide my disappointment. It does a mere 7 piercing damage and 7 poison damage.
So 14 damage total.
Yes, 14 damage total. And to Aladrin, anybody have an idea what his AC?
I think it's like 17 too, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought it was high.
I was
I
thinking
think
it was
it's about
17.
17. He doesn't have a super high AC. He just has an ability to not get damaged, basically.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
sure
he is
soft.
enraged.
Yeah, he is raged. All right, so that's we'll just call it 17 for now. So miss, 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 miss. Good luck on the 20 there again. Miss, miss, and miss. They all miss. What the hell?
Wow.
So these 24 arrows get launched down, and only one hits Mollymort. Yeah, this is impressive. You guys are doing really well. That I
Thank
tell you,
God for the sun.
that little sun, whew, saving the day. That is really good because there's a couple of high numbers here. Anyway,
Doing
so
God's work even after death.
yeah, that is that. Mollymort, what would you like to do? You've just been hit, grazed barely by an arrow, while everyone else is just silhouetted with arrows. This is a huge amount of danger.
I am going to whimper in pain a little bit and step off of Theon and turn into a giant spider. Can I use a bonus action to grab him and climb with him, or?
Well, actually, he is taking his action to climb on you as soon as you turn into a spider. So
Oh.
it's essentially done. So he is now astride you, and you are able to climb if you so choose.
I so choose. I'm going to try to dodge the people shooting at us as I go a bit to the side of them.
All right, so they're kind of separated relatively evenly across the wall for the most part. Do you want to go above the door? Do you want to go to the right, to the left? Which way would you like to go?
Did I happen to catch which direction they came from when they started showing up?
They just spontaneously started shooting. They weren't there, and then they were there. You did not see them arrive.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to the left.
Okay. You go to the left. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh,
Aramis, also roll a D100. We're going to see if Mollymort accidentally tramples on you while you're climbing.
Oh,
Because you're invisible.
Jesus.
It's fine. We're just rolling a little bit of luck.
I rolled 11.
One.
That's good. Aramis, roll higher than an 11.
Shit.
The suspense is killing me. It's easy. All you got to do is roll higher than. There you go. You're
Hey.
fine. All right. You may feel a little bit of fear as you just miss being trampled by a giant Mollymort spider as it climbs up with
I let a little.
with Theon slim picking it on the back and just yeehaw.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, Mollymort, you've turned into a spider. You've got a Theon astride, climbing on up. Would you like to do anything else with your turn? You were able to go full. Let's see, turning into your wild shape requires a full action, right?
Correct.
All right, but you can still go your full movement speed up. You're not encumbered because as a spider, you have full climb speed. So whatever the speed of the spider, you're able to get up. The drow are only shooting from about 25 feet up. So you're potentially able to get there, depending on your movement speed, if you want.
My movement speed is 30.
Yep, so you were able to actually get to the level where the drow are, and in fact, start to at least cover up one of the windows. Not so much they're not really shooting through arrow slits. They're almost like full-on windows. This is sort of like a columned hallway. But anyway, you're able to obstruct them or even try to force your way in to be at the area where the archers are, if you so choose.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get in there so I can lightning bolt them.
I should make the note
Give us a
that
little bit of time.
this was meant to be a stealth and we've been discovered. Do you guys want to retreat? Because you guys can.
I mean, I feel like at this point we're kind of all in.
That's true.
Even though
Yeah.
even though I easily see this coming to TPK. Even though I easily see this coming to TPK.
Yeah. Can I go into a window and try to intimidate the person shooting out of it?
How would you like to intimidate them?
Rear up and bare my fangs?
You were
She also
certain-
has a giant riding on her back.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll intimidation. We'll just see how that goes.
You use your mental stats, right?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
can I get advantage because beyond?
You do not get advantage, but you don't know this as Mollymore. But Drow have kind of a cultural thing about reverence for spiders.
Right, long.
So a giant spider attacking, kind of freaking this dude out.
That reminds me. Does the daylight even seem to be affecting the drow?
Well,
Like
they
when
had disadvantage for all of their attacks.
Oh, good. Okay, I did do something good before I died.
Yeah, you're the reason they only hit me once and nobody else.
Yeah.
Out
They
of 24
got-
shots.
24 arrows, and there was one hit.
I like to imagine that as they're all getting shot out, Lee's spirit is protecting them from the arrows.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
There's just a little smiley face in the light. Just anyway. So you certainly are able to do that. You've done your move. You've done a bit of an action, transferred everything. So we'll call that turn done. Fion's up there too. In terms of the other NPCs, Aladrin is still alive. Let's see what he can do. I think he's going to give up on trying to bash down the door. Since everyone else is climbing, he's just going to try to climb. And he has advantage on the athletics. So he is able to shimmy right on up. But like Ormus, he cannot get the entire way because he does not have a climb speed. But he's coming up there, and he's angry. Lee, okay. No, we'll skip over
But-
that.
My goat has a action still.
Well, does your goat despawn?
No, it does
He
not.
does not.
Okay,
It's still got all my stuff.
indeed. So, if your goat still has an action, what would
Yeah.
your goat like to do?
My question is, since Lee no longer has the telepathic link with it, does it come under your control, or can I still control it?
That's a fair question. So that's why I would have assumed that it would have just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's up to you, because, like, it doesn't say anywhere that I can still control it.
Well, let me look at the Find Steed spell, and that is what it is. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Technically, I can't even really be a giant goat, but
Yeah, but I'm flexible
You're right.
and generous. I mean, am I not generous, Lee? Let's see. The steed statistics, blah blah blah. Can speak various other things. This amount. When the steed drops, it disappears. Has no
Really?
form. Since the speed drops to 0 and it disappears, and since the spirit summoned by you,
well, the Steve.
I will say that since it is the very turn upon which you have been rendered into a previous not living state, then I will allow your steed to take an action. But I don't think that the steed can for you.
I
With-
would like to make the
Wait.
spell instantaneous.
Duration is instantaneous.
I mean, I know the goat will continue to last, but my question is whether or not you'll be controlling it or if you'll let me control it.
See, I'm
Wait.
not sure if it lasts though.
I
I'm not.
think it does. When it drops to 0 HP, it'll disappear, but it will continue to exist, I believe.
It's instantaneous.
Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere that it disappears when I die.
Similarly to the daylight, it should persist.
I just obviously can't communicate it with it because I'm dead. Unless if I can still somehow telepathically communicate with it, I don't know. No, I'm dead, but like,
Yeah, they just remain.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, because that's tricky. Because you're summoning it, you're not really creating it. This is a tricky one.
if you conjure, yeah, well, it's not concentration, so I don't lose them. Yeah, he would still be there. It's just he would disappear if they killed it. The goat too.
Okay. Yeah. I'll grant it. I'll grant that the goat is still alive, and I will say that because your personality is most similar to it, that you can control for the time being the goat. And there you go. What would Lee's goat like to do?
Well,
I'll replace you in the initiative order. Let me add apostrophe F. Goat.
yeah.
Lee's
Well,
goat.
At this point, it's not Lee controlling the goat. It's just I am now playing as the goat. I guess if you'll
I
let me.
know, but we all know it's Lee's goat. So
Um,
he's got two LV stabby stabbers beside him, flanking him rather.
it lays on the ground and cowers.
Oof. Oof. Okay.
Because I don't think running is gonna work, honestly.
You never know. Will that be all?
I guess, yeah. It's kind of nice to know that I still have something that I can do for a little while though, and I'll know what's going
While.
on. Yeah.
Ormus, what would you like to do?
How much higher do I have to climb?
You've only got to go about 10 feet.
10 feet. All right. Is
That-
Molly Moore all the
Yeah,
way in there?
She is blocking one of the windows.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go up into a window if I can. Observe real quick. And if
There
it
are-
is a
Assuming it is a different window, there are 2 drow already standing in the window. So, like, there's basically 6 windows, 2 drow each. So, they're just standing there, presumably waiting the next attack. You're going to have to do something creative to attack them if you don't want them to know that you asked them, because they'll feel you coming through their space.
That's fine. From outside, can I see that as it's a big open area?
It seems to be a kind of hallway that goes across this above the doorway, basically. Not a big room or anything, just a hallway with 6 of them, or 12
right,
of them. Excuse me.
We're kind of all in, so it doesn't matter if they feel me or not. I'm gonna get in, get behind the 2 that I have to kind of slink past, like onto the left side, so I can get as many as I can with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, just kind of shoving through. Now you went to the left, so you can get about a third of them to the left of you, or about 2/3 to the right.
Or 2/3 to the right? Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
going for the 2/3.
Okay. So that's a reflex saving, bro.
I believe so. Lightning bolt is a dexterity saving throw.
Lightning bolt.
See, so
Let's see. Saving throws +5 dex. What's your DC?
16.
Wonderful.
Does that doesn't mess with their saving throws, the light, right?
Well, they might have disadvantage though, because I am invisible, except for the 2 that I squeezed past.
Disadvantage. They have disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks that rely on sight.
Okay, I just didn't remember. That's why I was just honestly asking.
That rely on sight, but right now I'm invisible.
You're invisible. Your lightning bolt is not.
No, but until it's cast, I am.
Yeah, but they're not dodging you. They're dodging.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. 3 and I could have. Where is it?
Shopping good high.
I'm sorry, could you repeat your DC?
16
16. Okay.
million.
Wait, don't you
5
have
of
like
the 8 pass.
All right.
don't you have an 18 charisma? Right.
Hold on. 8. I have 19 charisma, so it's +4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 16. That makes sense. I did my math wrong. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I thought
I
I
didn't
had
get
a
the
16.
damage.
I had a 15.
Yeah.
I had a 15.
Not bad, not bad. So that's 6. I get 2, 3, 4 more. Wow. 5 + 3. 1 more. Big money. 6. Okay, that is 47 damage.
All right. That is
And
pretty
divided by
darn
2 is
And that's only a third level? Jeez.
wow. Okay, so 47 divided by
23.
2 equals 23.5.
23.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't it round up?
No,
No? Okay.
because
Unfortunately
half of something is not a sum.
Okay. I thought, for some reason, I thought it rounded up for players and down for enemies.
No.
Okay.
So
And
what was
then
the total damage number? The total damage roll again?
47.
You rolled how many sixes?
Yeah, that's not
Let me see. There's 8, and then when you cast a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6 for each slot above 3rd. So, being a warlock, I automatically go with the highest spell slot, which is 5th for me. So that is
Oh.
an additional 2.
So
it's
10d6.
okay.
Yes.
Nice. You rolled really
Alright.
well.
Yeah,
you
you
rolled
rolled really good roll.
Incredibly well.
I think I had one that was below a 2, or 3, below a 3. So it's a 2.
Yeah.
And everything else was 4. So I had 2 6.
Very impressive. You launch out this lightning bolt, and there's shrieks abound as an invisible creature all over the place. This lightning goes down this hallway, and you can see quite a few are slowly smoldering on the floor. But a couple
How many are alive?
quite angry. The vast majority. So
Vast majority? Okay. Because I
Um,
still have my longsword that I can attack with.
yeah,
think.
because it looks like your team was 16, so 3 failed.
You
And
still have
those 3 are dead. The others are deeply injured, but not dead.
Where's it?
You still have a bonus action. Can you summon
I
yourself?
do, and I believe I can. Yes, as a bonus action, you can curse a creature for 1 minute, healing level plus charisma mod HP when it dies, critting on 19 and dealing proficiency, bonus damage, extra damage.
All right.
And let me see. I believe I can attack once as well. Well, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else.
So you just want to curse the nearest one to you?
Yeah. Extra attack. Yeah, you can make 2 attacks with your packed weapon as an action. Action. That's what it was. Okay. Yes, I will curse one.
All right. The one that was immediately next to you is already dead. The next one that you already hit with lightning is still standing. He's the next one over. And that can be the one you curse if you so choose. Or whichever. But the other side, of course, you've got one that isn't injured.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going after the one who I've already injured.
Okay, I figured as much. So
Yeah.
he is indeed marked.
Oh, and once per day, you can erase a specter from a corpse of a humanoid you killed.
And you killed 3.
I'm definitely taking one of those.
That doesn't require an action. Is it a spell?
I'm looking. I don't remember what it's called, but it just says once a day you can erase a specter.
I could be
don't-
wrong, but I would imagine that would be an action.
I think it's a free action, right?
Or a reaction.
Well, it's not a reaction. What is you know that fallen puppet
Curse
thing
the
Fiona can do? What's that?
Yeah, that one's a reaction.
It might be a reaction then. If it doesn't say,
That's in reaction to the person dying.
yeah.
I'm trying to find it right now. A cursed specter. There it is. Of course, it doesn't. God damn
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't really say. But for this particular instance, I think it's related to your warlocky stuff. I don't think it's an actual spell. I think it just
Yeah. Like a free thing.
yeah. So you now have a specter that will obey your commands, and it's like rises right in front of you.
Can I give it a command?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna tell it to attack the person I cursed.
What's your charisma modifier?
Charisma modifier is a +4.
Okay.
Gains half your warlock level, temp HP, not much. 4.
4 temp HP.
Yeah, it's not a lot, unfortunately.
It's significantly better than 0.
Yes.
Trust
Alright.
me, I
Any
am
other
more-
further details?
What was that?
Any other further details on this thing that I should know?
Just kill that one right there.
Indeed.
The
Attack
Spectre-
bonus modifier equal to your charisma modifier.
Got it.
Remains in service at the end of a long rest, at which point advantage to afterlife can't use it again till after a long rest. Yep.
Does it
Alright.
have an AC?
It's just a specter. I'm just treating it like a specter.
I
Okay.
don't think that they can get hit except for by magical weapons.
Well, I'm treating it like a specter.
Okay.
Whatever the rules for the specter, I'll go by that.
Okay.
Sweet.
Theon, what would you like to do?
So, is it reasonable to say that we probably know that Lee has reached the great beyond?
No.
You would have
Probably
no.
not.
No idea whatsoever.
That's what I figured, but you know, I think Theon's had his couple of turns of
What?
Oh, Eldrin joined.
Yay!
Oh.
Aldrin, you're here.
So Lee's dead.
Fill him in. I'm going to take a bathroom break real quick, and then we'll begin again. So let's just
Okay.
take a pause real quick, and you guys can discuss with him. My bladder's killing me. Hang on.
Hell
that's
yeah.
So we might have fucked up.
Lee
What'd you
is
do?
dead.
Yeah. That's,
Dead? Or
Dead.
Nobody knows yet. You and no
Yeah.
one else knows that.
You know, we have no idea. We are basically sieging this place.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the
they
idea was
spotted
to-
us, started to attack us, and me, Molly, you got raged and started attacking the door. Molly turned into a giant spider, started climbing the wall. I went invisible, ran across the bridge, started climbing the wall, and they've been just giving us volleys.
This mission had the stealth tag, and we failed from the get go. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It said stealth is optional, and we didn't have. We just decided we're not going to stealth.
trust me, stealth is
Yeah.
not optional here. We're all gonna die.
Alright, well, this is gonna hurt.
A lot,
Trying to kill one and hopefully.
unfortunately. But yeah, I've killed. So, basically, there's a big sun that Lee he cast daylight right across the bridge, like eye level, with the tower, giving them disadvantage on their attacks, which is why a lot of us haven't died yet.
Mhm.
But Lee tried to retreat, and the two that were flanking us took him out, finished him off. Arbon is dead, right from the get-go.
Okay.
You've began climbing the tower.
You guys don't know
I'm
that.
inside. I cast lightning bolt, killed
No, it's not.
3 out of 5 of them, I believe.
Your
Raised the
fault.
specter of 1, cursed 1. Molly has possibly intimidated 1 or 2 of them, and Theon is riding her as a giant spider.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yep, and you're pretty much caught up.
As the DM reminded us, Drow kind of worship Wolf generally, who is a spider goddess.
Yeah.
Maybe a giant spider may play out in our favor accidentally.
Mhm.
Yeah. Perfect. Good call, man. Yeah.
It's kind of been a shit show.
Yeah, basically, you guys are. Aldrin was climbing the wall, because Yonder was getting you to climb the wall, because we figured you'd probably attack.
And you
Yeah.
could not break down the door.
The concept that we typically go with for your character is he attack.
Yeah, that's fair.
You also have a spear that can pierce through anything, so be ready to stab some Droboids.
Yeah.
The guy who has smash melt is down. So
All right.
Okay, so the
Good
three
summarizing there, Ormus.
I can say it.
there you. I didn't know how long you're gonna take, so I tried to make it as quick as possible.
You did it really well. I even had time to get some water, so good job. Let's see. We're just left off on Theon. So, Theon, what would you like to do? You're riding atop a giant plane on a wall. You can see Oramus has gone in. He is no longer invisible.
Nope.
And has cast a lightning bolt to the right, and you're to the left of where the lightning bolt went in. And what was going to do?
So Molly and I are still on the wall.
You are still on the wall, but you could relatively easily, you could just clamber in.
I'm looking right in the window.
Yeah, then I'll just hop on in, and the swords come out, and Fionn just begins screaming obscenities in the name of Lolth, like, you know,
Well,
basically as if he's they've offended his personal religion, which I feel like is an easy sway considering he just rode up the wall on a giant spider.
all right, and you only curse obscenities?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You
And
go to the-
I'm just screaming obscenities angrily as I do my turn in Undercommon, and
Isn't Undercommon all obscenities?
I'm pretty sure you just add DR in front of all the words.
So Frost writes, and then I will just begin trying to shred through these guys.
Okay, so you are going to attack. Great.
Yeah.
Are you going to move to the left or to the right? To the left, you got about 3 or 4 guys in front of you, around you, essentially. To the right, you've got the remainder of the 8, which in reality is about. So, which direction would you like to start doing your destruction?
I'm gonna head to the direction in which a lightning bolt didn't just go off, so I believe that's to the left.
Yeah, you turn left. Roll
So
your...
do you have like your lights and everything already going? Because you've had those on free this whole time.
Actually, like, yeah, would it be too much of a retroactive? Because, like, I've just passed my turns to say that I activated my rights at some point earlier.
Yeah, because you were using your reaction to prepare stuff, so you would still have a free bonus action to get stuff going.
You can if you'd like. And an 18 does hit.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll them all at 11. Probably does not hit. Wait, oh, I forgot my bonus. So another 18.
That does hit.
Nope, D20, not D30. And a 25.
That also hits.
Okay, so that's 66 plus 15 because 3 hits. Yeah. 41 damage.
Alright. With a total of 41 damage, you are able to bring him down.
As in,
He's dead.
okay. Well, now a couple of things happen. I get to heal one of my Crimson Right damage die, so I heal 5, putting me at something. I'll do the math later. And then he is going to, I'm going to use my reaction to fall and puppet him to attack another guy. And he gets, it's his attack, but he gets a +5 because of my wisdom modifier.
Okay.
So whatever additional bonuses and stuff he already has, plus a 5.
Okay. So, I mean, what does he do?
He will attack. Well, what weapons does he have on him? Because it's a regular weapon attack.
He's got a bow in his hand and a sword on his hip.
Hey, he'll grab that sword and try and stab the nearest drow to him.
Alright, he will do so. He gets a +5 on top of what he's already attacking with.
Yes.
Sounds like they respect our necromancy, because we have a lot of necromancy in our party. Within one turn, we've killed and resurrected 2 guys.
That
Or-
is a hit. Does he get any bonus to damage?
Yes, he gets the same +5 to damage.
All right. He does. I'm sure. Yeah, he does damage and things.
So like this turn, I just like to imagine what happened, and so like basically Fionn jumped off of a spider into the room, stabbed with blades frosted over this guy in the chest. He dropped dead, and then the guy stood back up, pulled his sword, and stabbed the other guy next to him.
How many attacks did you do? Don't you have 3?
Yeah, I did 3.
Okay.
Yeah, he did the 3. And he, judging from the damage amount, he needed all 4 to kill.
Yeah, I figured it would probably be a tough kill.
Oh, relatively. You never know. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
No, I've used my reaction and bonus action this turn, so I can't do anything.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, we have the Drow. I guess first things first. Lee, what's your goat's AC?
It's low. I think. Let me check. I think it's only an 11. It might be. Yeah, I think it's an 11. I'll double check. It's not armored. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an 11.
And how many HP does it have?
Like 19. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, your goat goes Force Ghost. Hit or gone.
Oh man, they stabbed the goat? That's fucked up.
Yeah. Drow, man. What are you gonna do? They don't like goats apparently. That or they wanted to eat them because, like, they wanted that.
Alright. Well, all of the equipment that it's carrying just kind of, it poofs and it falls to the ground.
Yeah, there's a bit of a clatter and a squish as the 2 corpses fall as well. Okay, so let's see. That's out of the way. We've got 3 more here.
I could have re-rolled that 2 earlier. I didn't even realize.
Right there, down. Let's see. These remaining 6 these remaining 3 on the left will try to fire 6 arrows at Fionn. But they have disadvantage. So disregard that. Because stupid disadvantage. Alright. That is a 14 to hit. That's not going to hit. That's a 20. That's probably going to hit. So, I'm guessing a 13's not going to hit.
No.
I'm liking that nat 1.
You only take 1 hit from these 6 arrows as they go through, and we're just going to assume that they don't go through and hit Ormus, who is in line. Although, really tempted to just, okay, whatever.
I'm going to test something real quick. This roll doesn't mean anything. I'm just curious as to what it'll do.
Okay. I'm being very generous with that. But, so Fionn...
Well, if they miss him, they miss me.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. So, Fionn, you take a gentle, where are the arrows? There they are. 7 piercing damage and 7 more poison damage as you get struck by these, 1 more drow arrow. And on the other side, there were 8, now there are only 5. All 5 are going to shoot at you, Ormus.
Okay.
We're going to shoot 10 times, and they have disadvantage. 20 d20s, good gravy. That's 15. What's your AC, Ormus?
18.
Okay, so miss. 17, very close. 17 again, almost hit. It's a 19 and a 20. That's a hit.
Yep.
So that's one hit, miss, and miss. You only take one hit. Lee, you are saving the crap out of them. This is insane. Oramus, you also take 14 damage. 7 from the piercing and 7 from poison.
Okay.
Just saving their lives. And you all hear...
It's Lee's spirit protecting them, really.
Yeah, and you can hear shouting as they shout. And Fionn, with your undercommon, you understand that they're calling skirmishers. Either calling that skirmishers are here, or they're calling for skirmishers. It's tough to tell, but they're yelling skirmishers. Let's see. They are done. Molly Mort, you are hanging on the outside of this sort of hallway, looking in. To the left of you, Fionn just killed somebody and then raised him from the dead. And then from the right, Orm has killed somebody and also apparently raised his ghost from the dead. And then there's arrows going back and forth. It's chaos. What would you like to do?
How many are alive on each side? How many?
Well, on the left, there seem to be 3 that are alive. And on the right, there seem to be 5.
Alright, I'm gonna head off to the right and I'm gonna bite somebody.
Alright.
Do it.
Go right on in and have your fun.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit.
Then now say in undercommon, where is your god now?
And a 9 damage. And the target must also make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
They succeeded on the Constitution saving throw.
And 14 damage, and they are not poisoned. Hold on.
They're dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one had already been relatively fried by lightning. And it is now deceased. It was also marked by Ormond, but whatever.
Okay, it
Curse.
does actually say if the poison damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour and paralyzed while poisoned in this way. So was it the poison or the piercing that brought him down to 0?
Well, was it all in total? How many did you do for the 14?
It was the
Constitution damage.
this one I'm trying to remember. 1, 3. What was the first number I said? 9. The first 9 was the piercing.
Alright, then it was the poison that did the... Well, actually, hang on. You did 14 total?
Yeah.
No, actually, that one's still standing. But it is apparently been hit, but it is still standing, but barely. Sorry, it was a very close number. I had to double check the math.
No, I did 9 and then 14.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then yeah, the poison got him.
Okay.
Okay, so he isn't dead. He's just poisoned and paralyzed.
Okay. He is poisoned, paralyzed, cursed, and electrocuted. This dude is having a fucking day.
Because he dropped to 0 hit points, can't Ormus
Sure? I don't know.
I don't.
That's what I'm trying to look into.
Yeah.
Damn
I was
connection.
gonna ask you.
Yeah, it says
He will, because I would like to heal.
Yeah, when they drop to 0, you can use your bonus action on the next turn to move it to a new creature.
Well, Ormus, I'll give you. I'll let you. If you use one of your attacks on him, I'll make it an insta kill. Get your. Since he is paralyzed, you can just effortlessly execute.
Well, I was gonna actually have my Spectre do that because I have plans.
The Spectre will be,
Yes.
yeah, the Spectre will be going after Aladrin.
Paralyzed.
He'll be dead by
Okay.
then.
They're
Oh,
stable, they're unconscious.
Assuming Aladrin doesn't get that.
That's what it means when you're at 0.
True.
Anyway, would you like to do anything else, Molly?
Just paralyzed and
Why would it know if they're paralyzed?
Who?
Molly Mort,
Could be what?
would you like to do anything else?
he's at 0 HP though.
Yeah, couldn't get paralyzed. Can I try again to intimidate them around me?
I mean, they're seemingly all pretty intimidated, but also in the throes of battle. Um, I mean, it's in terms of a bonus action, your presence is pretty scary, but I mean, the attack alone is intimidating. But in the question of mechanical intimidation, I mean, not really. I don't know how you're going to do better than going up and like eating a dude.
Alright, and that's it for me.
Yeah.
Huh? Has Molly ever eaten a dude in animal form?
I don't think so.
This is a first.
No, I don't think so. Actually, yeah.
We started out trying that to kill people, but things just kind of got out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to crank that up a bit.
I mean, technically, this guy isn't dead; he's just poisoned.
That's true. He'll be dead in a moment, though. Alazin, you were clinging to the side of this castle, and you've only got about another 10 feet to climb up, and you can do so easily. And above is, you can see some flashes of light, a clap of thunder, and all kinds of crazy up there. And, yeah, what would you like to do? About 10 more feet to climb, and then you will be in this death trap. If you're still with us.
I'll climb up and try and take a look and figure out where everyone is.
All right. With your raged athletics, I'm not even going to make you roll. You're easily able to do so.
Jump.
All right. When you get up there, you can see that there are a couple of them up to your right and a couple to the left. And there's also an Ormus to the left and a Theon and a giant spider that you firmly believe is Mollymore.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I'm probably like a dark shade of blue with like black hearts and ribbons of black.
Okay, neat.
Indeed. But yeah, you've got drow all around you.
A little less pretty than usual.
Do we know where the warlord is? Because that was our target.
You have no idea.
Yeah, basically, we tried to stealth, but got noticed immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a stealth mission, but we failed.
I'm gonna just start heading towards where I think the center of the keep is.
So this is sort of a closed-in kind of hall, or rather, in between two large walls, which there are windows only on one side, the side facing out that you climbed through. To your
Okay.
left and to your right, the hallway seems to disappear further into this keep by a bend into it. And you're kind of in the middle between them both, and there are several drow in either direction. So would you like to immediately move out, or do you want to dispatch with the...
I'll start cleaving through the drow.
That's fair. You want to go right or go left? Left is towards your friends, right is just you and drow.
My friends can handle it. I'll turn right.
Wonderful. Go ahead and make some rolls. In front of you, you've got... let me look at the amount of destruction that was released by the lightning bolt.
Where are my numbers? Yeah.
That guy's dead, that guy's dead, that guy's there.
Reckless, Great Weapon
you've got
Master with
3
the Great
drow
Axe.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Reckless, Great Weapon Master with the Great Axe, but that doesn't hit. I assume an 11 misses.
And 11 does not hit, no.
And a natural 20.
A natural 20 does, in fact, hit.
If I was one more level than Barbarian, they would be Jelly.
There might very well still be jelly. So with this, you get max damage plus an additional die, and or whichever die is as given by your classic weapon.
So that would be plus 20. No. Yeah, plus 29.
Is it 46? I don't know how that works.
A Great Axe is a D12.
He's
Okay.
he's very dead. He's dead. You don't need to roll. He's dead. With plus 29, he's dead. He only had 17 left.
Oh my god.
How far does his axe get buried into the wall, though?
Well, I think he's pretty controlled. He wasn't going to hit the wall. There's definitely now 2 drow here. Or specifically, 0 drow if we use the division rules as given by Dungeons & Dragons. 2 halves do not equal the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, by another stance, there are still 0 drow standing there because he did. So, what would you like to do, Aladin? You
I'll
used
just
up 2/3 of your movement to get here. So, you've got like another 10 more feet of movement, basically.
I'll just keep on trucking through these drow and try and find our target.
Alright.
Do you have a bonus action left?
Oh yeah, I can touch them with a little bit of lightning, a little bit of static electricity.
That's fine. So, dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Is a 15 pass.
Yes, it does. So he takes 1 damage.
Alright. He just, his already spiky white hair just spikes just that little bit extra. And he looks like a...
It's like a
Shit, guys, you're going super. Careful.
You're going super drow. Looks like Boros.
Alright. Will that be it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Now it is the Spectre, which goes up and just drains from the drow which had been held in position by Molly from her poison. And he just shrivels up.
And then the curse goes to the next person.
Alright. The next one down the line is the one that's behind Aladin. And you're able
everything went
to do
quiet.
so. And this is basically the last drow between you and Aladin. Well, let's see. The Spectre has done its attack, and it'll just sort of slowly move forward again. How long does the Spectre last?
All day.
All day, son. Okay, so the Spectre has done its thing, and skipping over the note at the bottom there. Ormus, what would you like to do?
Go for the next person because my curse goes right to him.
Go for it.
Alright, so let me think. How many people are grouped together right now? Like, if I go to the next person, does he have someone right next to him?
No.
Oh,
I'll
that's a
just killed the one that was next to him.
Oh.
So there's one more person, there's one more drow, then there's an Aladrin, and then there's 2 more drow. And that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
On the right. And then on the left, there's like 3 more drow there. But they're not really grouped, they're just sort of still.
Are they within 15 feet of each other?
Yes.
Okay. Darkness.
Right. Poof. The far left
Yep.
side of the hallway has completely turned into a marble of dark.
And if I remember correctly, Drow don't have improved darkness, so they're blind, dead by the lack of light. And then I'm gonna go up to the one that's well, to get to them, I have to go past one of them, right, which would give him an attack of opportunity.
Well, if you're going to the left, no. There's only 3 on the left. That's it.
Oh, I was asking for like the right, my side.
Oh, for the right,
Invisible, right?
no, he's not invisible now. He
Oh,
cast-
yeah.
no.
Yeah, I cast lightning bolt, and I
Wait.
just got rid of it.
Did
Yeah,
you
there's-
did you darkness on your side or mine? Because I'm on
On-
the left.
I
Yeah.
was thinking my side because
The
he
three
said
are
that.
on- Well, the 3 are on to the left of the hallway. Like you guys have taken over the center. Basically,
I
and
will be
killed
back.
everything in the center. There's
soon
3 on the
once
left,
everything up.
and there's 2 on the far right, and that's it.
Oh. I was thinking like just darkness my side, or at least the furthest
guess
ones because Eldrin is between.
Well, yeah, you've taken over the entire center. There's one
Okay.
guy between you and Aladrin, and then there's 2 that are past Aladrin, and then there's 3 past everyone else on the left, and that's it. Yeah, you guys are
Um,
killing everybody.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the continuing on my side, and I'm just gonna go for the closest person with
Okay.
my Spectre longsword,
Right.
who is cursed. Just one.
Okay.
I have 2 attacks. Does a plus 10, 21 hit.
A 21 does hit.
All right, and there's an 18 hit. Because I have 2
18
attacks.
does
With
hit. Yes.
Okay. D10 plus 7. That is wow, not bad. 9, 16, and an 8. 16 and 8. That's 24. 24 to hit or damage. 24 damage on that one guy.
You already got the necrotic.
24 damage does kill him.
And I heal
All right. You heal.
for 13. Woo. That puts me up to max hit. Nope, 1. I'm 1 off from max. Alright, and I think that is all I can do. I'll command the Spectre to attack the next one when his turn comes up.
All right. He
Who's cursed?
does a and presumably continues to do his thing. Theon,
Yes.
what would you like to do? You got 3 in front of you. There's no globe of darkness or anything like that.
Stabby, stabby, cutty, cutty.
Steady, cutty. Go for the closest one, presumably.
Yeah, well, the one that has been injured by the downed one already.
Indeed. Speaking of the downed one, how long does that last?
Oh, it's just an instant thing. He stands up and then goes right back down after he makes his attack.
Right. He's already down, of course. But yeah, go ahead and hit this still injured one. He is very nearly dead. That is a hit. That is not a hit, actually. Although, well, I'm on the first.
I'm sorry, what now? You cut out.
The first one hit, the second one did not, but I would suggest you roll your damage instead of doing your third, because it might kill him, as is, right now. Well, actually, no, this one was untouched by the lightning, so no, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need the other attack. Sorry.
Okay.
Disregard.
1d20 plus
Too much
7.
crap.
9. Okay, cool.
A 9 also does not hit. So you got 1 hit.
And 12 damage.
All right. You do 12 damage against the one that was already injured. He looks pissed. But we will see what impact the being annoyed has momentarily. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right. The one immediately in front of you drops his bow and draws his sword and attempts to slash at you. And that's a big number. That's a much smaller number. I'm assuming a 14 does not hit.
No, it does not.
Right. That's perfectly acceptable. It's a disadvantage because it's a bit light. You rolled even better the second time to that. So, you take a measly 5 damage of piercing and 7 damage of poison as you get stuck by this, practically just a dagger.
Alright, I'm gonna need that guy to make a DC 17 Dex save.
Okay. That was so close. It was on 7, but then it rolled back to 7. So 17 plus 5. He passed, and then some.
Still takes half damage, which would be 6. Yeah,
That's just
6,
what it is.
6 fire damage.
All right.
Formation.
Fire
Yeah,
damage.
Darkness.
Plus the damage you already did. He tried to, but then he canceled it. Plus the damage you've already done is still a pretty good amount, but he is still standing.
Oh, the darkness didn't work.
No, he just canceled it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Daylight cancels out darkness. So.
Yeah,
Well, no, because he's
I was doing the math on what would be better, the dark. But anyway, you certainly did your attack. Would you like to do anything else, Beyond?
No, that's it.
Wonderful. But yeah, the drow. No, that wasn't your turn. That's right. That was a
Yeah, that was my hellish rebuke.
All right. The other two drow are gonna attempt to fling arrows both at you. So that's a miss, and that's a hit, even with the disadvantage. So that's one hit, and that's a miss, and that is also a miss. You got saved from a crit there. So you take arrows, a juicy. Well, no, not so much juicy because not great, but it's something. You take, because you are within engagement range of another one of his arrows. You take 14 piercing and 7 poison.
I am down to 22 hit points.
Well, could be worse.
Yeah,
It
could
a
be
lot
dead.
worse. Indeed. Let's see. The one that was facing off against you, Ormus, is dead, because you killed him because you're an evil person. The two that are in front of Aladrin make last-ditch attempts to try to throw arrows. They are also at disadvantage. Aladrin, what is your AC?
Oh, he left, remember?
He left?
Yeah, remember he said he had to go, something came up.
I think nobody but you heard it.
Well, I said, see you later.
I didn't hear him.
I did not hear that at all.
His AC is 17, I think.
Okay. Well, that's one hit. Okay. Yeah. Saved himself from a crit, but he still got a hit. So that's 2 hits.
Oh, yeah, he is at 17 because he
A miss. And that is 2 hits. So he takes a certain amount of damage. And I'll just do the half because he is raging. Because yes, but anyway, raging. It's so crazy. Let's see here. And you all begin to hear loud kind of clanking and thumping and almost sounds like chains, as apparently the skirmishers that were called seem to be coming up the stairs or coming into a ready position, likely the next round. We will see where that goes. Mollymort, what would you like to do? You got 2 drow to the right at the end of the hallway and 2 drow to the left at the end of the hallway, and then a bunch of corpses in the middle, and then a couple of friends. And you hear noises coming from both sides of the hall.
I am going to climb up onto the ceiling, press my foot to the ceiling, and try to not be noticed.
That's certainly fine. You're probably still going to be very noticed, but you're on the ceiling, so that helps.
Well, I'm not noticed by the skirmisher, that means.
Would you like to do anything else?
Well, you could make a stealth for your hide and they have
Yeah.
disadvantage on it because the daylight.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
was just gonna ask to make a stealth.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Like, gee, it's really bright in here. I don't see this enormous mound on the ceiling.
Well, there is some light coming in, but with the light, the drow at least have a disadvantage to be able to see.
I think. Oh, but they only have it in direct sunlight, so unless they're standing in front of the window.
Well,
Right.
let's see here. Let me
Well,
double
wait,
check.
it goes out 60 feet, so I guess it would also be inside.
Well, see, here's the tricky part: is I'm counting the bright light you cast as sunlight.
Yeah, it is.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have had all this.
Yeah, I think that's what the spell. Is that not what it's for? I assumed it would counted as daylight. Like I think it does damage to it too. I think.
Let's see. Daylight, technically speaking. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it just says that it just creates bright light, but I'm counting it as daylight because it's all.
Well, hey, we got lucky. I
Yeah.
thought for some reason I was thinking I've heard somewhere that it could also damage like vampires and stuff because it counts as like daylight. I don't know.
Maybe, but it doesn't actually say it counts as daylight for anything. It just says that it's bright light.
Dang, that's a bummer. Okay.
Anyway,
Well, my stealth was
but I'm
plus.
allowing it because I think it's cool.
Alright. My last act.
Yeah, it'll probably not work forever, but right now they weren't prepared, so they get some disadvantage for a short time at least. All right, but anyway,
You got 23.
you. Well, what did you get for your stealth check, Molly Mart?
No.
12.
All right. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Oh Lord. What else are you gonna do?
That's about it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Actually, no. I will also. Can I also do a web attack?
Sure.
30 to 60 feet.
Yeah. And from the ceiling, you got a pretty clear line of sight. You got
Alright.
2 drow on the far left, 2 drow on the far right. You got 2 entrances, of course, from one side to the other.
Dual attack.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna do one. I've been going to the right.
So you're casting a web to the right.
Yeah, but that's just a 10 to hit.
Okay. It does not hit.
Okay, that's all then.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, we have Aldrin. Aldrin, what would you like to do?
Aldrin is not here.
Oh, crap. I keep forgetting. I apologize. Sorry, yeah, I'm not looking at the chat, so I've got all these other windows open. I apologize. Aldrin will just continue to stalk forward and try to attack them harshly. Did. And, let's see. He's wielding a really big axe reckless. So
Yeah.
I think he gets a couple of these dealies. That's a good amount of damage.
With a +9?
And one of those. And he has a +9, you said?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So he rolled something in the neighborhood of about 23. So that is certainly enough to cause a negative experience for this dwarf, or drow, excuse me.
To be fair, Aldrin would totally use his great weapon feat. So it'd be a -5.
Even then, with a -5 to hit, he's 20 fine.
Yeah, but at least it's above
Usually
his
he attacks recklessly.
Yeah.
But anyway, he still hit. And he still did more than enough damage to kill this already mostly dead drow.
Oh yeah.
And
Just
continue.
got another one in 2.
The Spectre also will do the same and just flies and hovers over to the next one and attempts to hit it and does not succeed.
Womp womp.
Yep, indeed. But it tries, and it looks creepy as can be. Ormus, what would you like to do?
Okay, there are stairs leading up here.
Yeah, well, there seem to be. I mean, you can
Do I
guess.
see them?
Pardon?
Do I see them by any chance?
No. No. So
Sure.
this sort of long hallway, it ends with, in the two ends, they go and they bend off. So there's like a corner, and presumably it's around the corner, maybe. Who knows?
Okay.
There might be stairs, there might not. You don't actually know.
Alright, well, to try and buy us a little bit more time, I'm going to cast Darkness just on that bend.
Alright. You cast darkness, and that little intersection becomes a marble of ultimate black. Even blacker than the black that you were in before. Super black.
And
But-
then I'm going to attack the motherfucker.
The
Who?
last remaining drow on this side.
Yup. Because fuck him.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's cursed, and that's crit.
Nice. Yeah, he's dead. You don't have to do anything
Okay.
else. He's so dead.
Okay. Oh, I was so excited for a sec.
That's fine. You can roll damage if you want, but he only had 17 HP. You're almost certainly going to do more than that.
Yeah, okay. It was 19, yep. Sweet.
All
Well,
right. Would
that
you
is-
like to do anything else with your turn?
Hmm. Do they seem to have it a-okay on the left side?
Yeah, they seem to. If you take a peek over, there's they're doing just fine over there. They've got more enemies than you do because you're at 0, but you know they're doing fine.
Okay.
I wanted to ask. I don't know if I noticed, but Fiona, you said you were low on hit points, right?
Yeah,
You killed a lot of people. Don't you get to heal when you kill people?
I've only killed 2, and I've healed both times.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah, speaking of which,
Amelia as a spider.
I healed at 1 HP.
You have 1 HP, or you heal?
No, I healed at 1 HP because I was 1 HP away from
All right.
full health.
I hear you.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
stand in my darkness and just wait.
Okay, you stand in your darkness, being able to peer through it. Just. All
Yeah.
right.
Daylight dispels darkness unless if it's a higher level spell, though. I'd also thought you didn't cast it.
I just
He just cast it. So your light. We'll look a little bit here. Daylight. Double check here.
If you cast it at 5th level, then it
If any of
would.
the spell's area overlaps an area of darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell that created the darkness is just. So
And he
But
had
since
to
it
have
was-
cast it at 5th level.
I was about to say, with your darkness, it's coming from your warlocks, so it's automatically 5th level.
Okay.
Awesome.
I thought you only had 2 spells, though.
This is considered a cantrip for me though, but I still cast at the highest of levels
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can do it at will.
because Great Mephistopheles is an amazing demon lord. You should follow him.
Yeah, he sold his soul, and in response, he got the ability to make dark.
Just at will? As
Pretty
a
much
bonus?
at will
Yeah,
as a cantrip.
it's broken. Anyway,
And I also have my little friend Habrim. So sweet.
indeed. So is that for the entirety of your turn?
Yes.
Wonderful. Leon, what would you like to do? You still have 2 remaining drow in front of you. They are still standing.
And I will be right back. I have to get my car and off. But I'm gonna connect with my phone.
I'm just stabbing and slashing. There's not. Oh wow, that's an incredible attack.
Something like that. That does not hit. That does.
What the hell?
That does not hit.
Molly. Oh, yeah, you just won it. I forget.
1 does, though.
I keep forgetting.
The 5. There we go. 8 damage. A whopping 8 damage. And that's all I can do.
Alright, you do a whopping 8 damage. And he kind of does one of those things like you hit him, and then he just like grins. Just like, oh yeah, now it's a fight.
You dodged 2 of your attacks again? What is up with these guys?
It's more like I just whiffed because I rolled
Yeah.
3s.
Exactly. It's not so much that they dodged.
Maybe you're being affected by the daylight, too.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
No, that's all I can do.
Alright. And next up, the 2 drow in front of you strike out in unison with their swords, having discarded their bows. And still rolling with disadvantage. That's a miss. Let's see, that's a 19 to hit.
That one hits.
And the other miss. So you take from that particular hit a mere. Where's the stabby? There we go. So you take a mere 12 piercing and 7 poison.
Which puts me at 3 health. And Dex save of 17.
He will. He succeeds at 17.
So he takes 5 fire damage.
He takes 5 fire damage, and is still unpleasant, but having a lot of fun. Because, oh boy, this is kind of fun. Just in time. Ormus, you see, it's not your turn, I'm just letting you know what you see. You see, it looks like a wall, like a walking wall, but it seems to be made of people. And by wall, I mean a lot of dudes in armor stomping up, and they seem to be carrying maces. And on the other side, Fion, you also see these large dudes in armor. Well, not large per se. To you, rather small, in fact, but stout. Very stout. And they're in full armor. And they come stomping out with maces. Chung, 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 chung. And the first two push past the other drow and just wallop on you. Let's see what they do. That is... Hang on. I gotta switch to their sheet. Well, they only got a +4 to hit.
If they hit, I'm unconscious. Like, there's no way they're gonna do so little damage.
What's your AC again?
16.
16. Okay, so that was an 11 for the first one. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Alright, you're unconscious. The next one just continues to, they just start, the wall of 6 more of these skirmishers just start stomping through. They do not see you, Molly Mort, on the ceiling, or at least they currently don't, but they do continue to march, coming up towards the back of Ormus.
So wait,
They
they
came...
walk
Oh no, wait, Ormus isn't there. They're attacking, that is a... That's a hit. And that is a hit. Ooh, and that's a crit. Alright. Even with his natural resistances, the overwhelming attack of so many maces hitting and crits and blah, 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 they begin to bludgeon Aladrin down to the point of unconsciousness. Just for the expedition of this fight. And so Aladrin, or rather Ormus, you can see within your dark... in the hallway are 6 fully armored skirmishers surrounding one side of your bubble, and on the other side, 6 more skirmishers. And Mollymort's just kind of hanging out on the ceiling. So Mollymort, these fully plated, they look to be of dwarf proportion, have gone past you after knocking Theon unconscious and now Aladrin unconscious. What would you like to do? You're just hanging out on the ceiling there.
Oh, jeez. And they've walked past me?
Yeah, they haven't seemed to have noticed you.
Okay, I'm going to actually, try to still be stealthy and get to the floor. And I am going to heal Theon.
Okay. Do you get down to the floor as a
wait.
gnome?
Wait, is Theon dead or unconscious? Who's dead, who's unconscious?
Theon seems to be, well, you'd have to go up and do a medicine check on them, actually. You don't mechanically know whether they are dead or not.
Yeah, but the skirmishers are still there. They'll kill you if you go down there.
Yes, I realize that.
Okay.
I mean, if I may posit, I don't think it's gonna be... Because, like, at the most, I'm not gonna be able to fight even if you do bring me up. Like, there's no... A ninth level healing spell wouldn't give me enough to give me a shot. Like...
I was hoping enough for us to get out, so...
I mean, honestly, I don't think getting out's really an option.
Yeah, not at this point.
How about this? I'll make it a little bit easier for you. Would you say that this is a situation in which you would scream and panic? Were you, and not a giant spider?
No, she'd more likely cower.
Okay.
In the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay. Does that contribute to your stealth?
I don't think so.
All right. So, you just gonna stay up on the ceiling for now?
Do I know what race? I wouldn't know.
Do they look like dwarves?
They seem to be of dwarvish proportion, but they're in full plate armor.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest and say Mollymore wouldn't know about drow to know that they worship water and, kind of have some rare fighters. So she doesn't know any of that.
Yeah.
Heathens.
Real quick, what are you doing? You only got a couple of seconds.
Yes.
She's gonna go to the ground behind them, drop her wild shape, and do healing word on Fiona.
Okay. You cast Healing Word on Fionn.
At fourth level, hold on. Mhm. 18 plus, I need to check how much the plus to that is.
Alright, sure.
Is it? Okay, so then 21.
I think it's your wisdom for each level, right? I don't know, it's just a wisdom one. Yeah.
Alright, so Fionn, you apparently have 21 hit points now.
I think Fiona just kind of lays there for a minute.
And I am going to still try to be not noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You're silent, they wouldn't hear you.
Yeah.
And they've got disadvantage on the bad vision thing.
Alright. Would you like to do anything else with your turn, Mollymort?
Hide in a corner. Actually, is the darkness still up?
The darkness is still up on one side. The sun is still up on bridge, towards outside the window. On the other side, there's no darkness. You could just go down the stairs. Maybe there's good things down there.
I'm gonna hide in the dark.
Okay. You can just try to hide a
If
little
they
bit.
see anything, they won't see me.
Yeah, who knows? All right. Ormus. You've got 6 dudes in plate armor in front of you, 6 dudes with plate armor behind you. You're in darkness. What would you like to do? If you can hear us.
Pardon me, I did not manage to heal Fion that much because I can only be healing one attack. So let me re-roll that real quick.
Okay.
The D4 instead.
Ormus, can you hear us at all, or are you talking? We're getting a lot of noise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's low. Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone understanding Ormus?
No.
Okay.
And Fion is only healed 12 hit points.
All right. Fiona's 12 hit points. Okay. Ormus doesn't seem to be responding. I'll assume that he's just gonna try to attack the crap out of him.
You hear me?
Hey.
Yes, heard that.
Yeah.
Yes, heard that.
There we go. Jeez, fuck, right. I'm last ditch effort. I'm gonna polymorph into a dire bear and fuck up as much shit as I can.
Okay. You polymorph into a tire bear. You want me to roll for you?
Yeah, since
Yeah, I figured.
I
What's your plus to attack?
I think it's just dire bear stats. Let me see. Plus
Okay,
9 to
I'll
hit.
look it up. Plus 9 to hit. Gravy.
Yep. And then
How many-
it's 1d8 plus 6 piercing. They have multi attack. It's let me see. 1 with this bite and 2 with this
Yeah.
claws.
I'm looking here. Yeah. The bite hits. And one of the claws hits. And I'll roll your damage as well.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. It's good. I love rolling. And in fact, you even have one grapple.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Hopefully the other 11. It is so fun. Fionn. Fionn, you there?
Yeah.
Is there any like, back?
Yeah.
Is there any
Okay.
back feedback on my side? Can you guys hear yourselves talking, or
Yes.
no?
Yeah. I can hear me.
Okay.
I can hear me.
I will mute myself until it's my turn.
That's cool. That's fine. Fionn, you're still prone, yes?
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, the figure that slowly strides up to you is attacking at such a close range with a ranged weapon. I'm just gonna count it as if it's a melee weapon because then. So normally, if you were prone, you would have a bit of a bonus, but because it's so close, it's kind of just gonna wash it out, you know.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay, yeah, that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah,
That's
so chances are I'm unconscious again.
Yeah. So the invisible bolt of whatever came out of this bow without a string has knocked you unconscious. You just look up and see this rather tall drow fellow just thunk with an empty bow, and just the lights go dark. And I think it's fair if we just skip your turn. We'll get to the death saves later.
Do I have the time to mutter anything at least before?
I will allow you to mutter, yes,
Something epic.
to a still cowering Mollymore, or hiding in the dark of the hallway.
To be fair, I think Fionn is pretty delirious from just barely coming back to consciousness. So he would see the bow and be like, "Oh, we're looking for that."
We're looking for that. Thunk. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see here. Ormus, offhand, does anyone know his AC? Oh no, he's a dire. Oh, he's the Dire Bear, the AC. The Dire Bear's AC of 17. Let's see, they have a +5 to hit, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Only 6 hits. Very impressive.
On the bright side, I have a fuck ton of health as a dire bear.
Yeah, that helps, right? Yeah, that's fine. So 6 hits times an average of 7 damage. So you're looking at 42 damage into your dire arm, and it's hurt but still alive. Because you've got a lot.
Still got 100.
Hmm.
Still got over 100.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. But it's just beaten away there. And Mollymore, you can see the slightly glowing eyes of this drow, presumably the drow warlord, as more archers come in behind him. And even in the darkness, as much hiding as you were trying to do, they can see you. And they're just slowly striding in your direction. And on the other side, you can hear roars and screams and thumping and whimpers from a globe of darkness, and you're just kind of trying to hide in the little bit of shadow in this hallway. What would you like to do? Or, again, do you think that this is a situation in which you might just kind of scream?
Molly's not really one to scream, typically. And that
Even
you
with this much terror?
vicious.
Alright,
She cowers more than screams.
okay.
And that you keep mentioning that is suspicious.
Yes, that is suspicious.
I'm just thinking a lot of people, when facing this kind of terror, like a nightmare, they might scream.
It's very cinematic. It's a great Halloween episode, by the way.
The fact that you said the word nightmare immediately made me think Nightmare Society, and like, I know it's unlikely, but like, I swear to God, if I wake up and Arata is in a room, and I'm in a room with Arata, I'm going to stab somebody.
I am going to cast mirror image in hopes of keeping myself from getting hit, and put my hands up and kind of start pleading with them, say we're here to find you, we just want to talk, but it's wrong.
That's not true at all.
It is kind of true, we came to talk to the warlord.
Yeah, but we decided we couldn't, so we were going to steal it from them.
We were still hoping.
Alright. So, you continue to hear roars, screams, as the whimpers and start to overwhelm the roaring from the globe behind you, and several bows raise up and aim directly at you. And you get a surprising amount of arrows coming your way. We're just going to do one volley, I think. What's your AC, Molly Mort?
17. She's absolutely
Okay.
back
Oh,
here.
I'll add dude. The dude with the bow just raises a hand, closes his fist, and the light goes out above.
Ooh,
Or
counterspell?
darkness envelops it, basically.
Yeah, nice.
I'm sorry, Molly Mort. I keep forgetting. My
Yeah.
brain doesn't work right today. What is your AC?
17.
17. That is 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Only 3 hits. That's very impressive. They're rolling so terribly today. Kind of crazy. Oh well.
It's
Could be worse.
the spirit of Lee protecting them.
Indeed, indeed.
I did just say cast
Mirror
mirror
image.
image.
Yes. And the mirror image spell does that funky mechanic. Mirror image 5e. So with those 3 hits, do you want to roll the duplicate?
I'll let you do that, because
Okay. So on the first one, they have to roll a 6 or higher to attack the actual target. They roll a 4. 1 duplicate goes down. 2 duplicates. He fails there. Another duplicate goes down. And the third one, 11 or higher. And he rolls a 5. The third duplicate goes down. Since they only rolled for their first attacks, they now, with 1 Molly Mort remaining, 1, 2, 3, oh no, 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits that time. That's a much stronger hits, but 8 hit that time, and it is average damage of, I get a,
more
Plus.
than 46.
well, let's see here. Yes.
Okay, then I'm down.
Okay. Do you think even in that moment, as you're struck by so many arrows, that you would let out a scream?
He wants it so bad, just give it
Yes,
to him.
I would have cried out in pain.
Alright.
I mean, I just took 46 hit points all in one round.
Not to try and force it.
I think you could turn into a porcupine.
I feel bad because I kept railroading the stream, but it was torture doing that to you guys. But anyway.
I mean, I sincerely think I would have cried out even if you hadn't mentioned that.
I didn't want to force it. I guess I was pretty sure you would have started crying out eventually, but I don't know. There's part of me that just doesn't have the passion to really put the squeeze on. But anyway, yeah, you do, in fact, scream out and kind of howl in pain. And it's really kind of weird. But you do so. The rest of you have noticed that she just started screaming in pain. This giant spider eating off of this mushroom stew off of a plate in the kind of a entry room to a home of a elvish scholar and dwarven, or rather his drow wife. But for whatever reason, this giant spider seems to be freaking out. Mollymort is freaking out in pain. Anyway,
Halloween episode. Called it.
it wasn't actually even a Halloween episode. I planned this months ago, and it just happened to be on Halloween. The stew gives you psychic powers.
Gives you psychic
Anyway.
what?
So well, anyway, whatever.
What does it do? I
It's
missed
all
it.
stupid now. Whatever. Take my
Oh,
ball.
so you saw the future.
Okay, so the mushroom stew gives you clairvoyance for 24 hours. So if you continue on the path that you would have from the original eating, that will be the result of the action. You, Mollymort, now know everything the group did, and you can make whatever changes you need to avoid that. Because presumably, that will happen if you fuck up.
I got you. Now I get
So-
why.
Wait. In this case, would I know that Lee died in this potential future?
No, you do not know that Lee died. You know that pretty much everyone else did.
Right.
And you knew,
Oh, I didn't even get to do
behind,
anything.
etc. Huh? Huh?
Right there at the end, I was gonna say if I heard Molly scream or something, I would fucking just barrel over.
Yeah,
What?
I know. But
That's cool.
At the end of it, you're just kind of sitting in this. It's eating some stew off of a plate, and it just all. Or whatever kind of scream a giant. I don't even know. But
I
anyway,
imagine it would be kind of a hissing almost.
something like that. But Mollymort is freaking the fuck out, and that's basically where we can stop. So keep that in mind for your next session. If you guys just do everything you did before, at least Mollymort knows, or at least could reasonably think, that if you all do everything the same, that will be the result.
I'm going to drop my wild shape and immediately start questioning the people who served us this food, because that's weird.
They're a bit surprised too. His wife, Ms., will say that that sometimes the mushrooms give people kind of funny dreams, but anyway. But I think now is as good a time to stop. But yes, you all are still there. You haven't left yet. Whatever. Anyway.
Hold on, I have a.
God damn it! That
I
fucked with me.
shouldn't have pushed the scream. I feel bad because I think she would have done it anyway. But I wanted her. I was like, okay, if she just screams, I'll call it over and I don't have to kill everybody. But no, dang it, I had to do it. Sorry. I think it would have been. I think it would have been better if I didn't try to railroad. I apologize about that.
No, I dig it.
Yeah. I was really suspicious when the stealth didn't work at all.
Well, basically, yeah. The idea was I was just kind of assuming what you all would do, which you all seemed to just be kind of, because before you said you just wanted to just walk down there, and that was it. So you just walked down, and the guys that shot you in the back, they saw you, and that was it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, now we know to look behind us.
And we might have a chance if I use master data traits and stuff.
possibly.
So I guess we can't do the stealth mission then. What's the new plan, guys?
Well, you could do the stealth mission. You just didn't do it right before.
Didn't do well enough.
All right.
You didn't stealth there. You didn't stealth when you got there.
Well, everyone did except for Lee.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stealth missions tend to require. I mean, you guys are attacking a fortress of a people that are expecting to be attacked at any minute. This is not easy.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah, I mean it was that or like total TPK anyway.
Well,
And you guys might
next time we can definitely take out the guys who are watching from behind us if we get caught. And
possibly.
instead of going across the bridge, we can climb down, find an alternate route, and go that way.
See?
I mean, if Lee is the problem here, can we just leave him there?
Commune with nature to try to, you know, figure out what's going on around us. If there might be another entrance.
Hold on, I'm changing some equipment.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Trying to reverse the dead parts.
Yeah, well, I'm not wearing plate mail now.
Okay.
I'm wearing my breastplate and my cloak, so I'll be able to stealth as well.
Well,
still
I mean,
want to
we can pick that up next week, sooner perhaps. Well, not sooner perhaps, but hopefully next week if everyone can make it.
Yeah.
The week after
That should be
that,
good.
yeah, the week after that, I will be out of town and unavailable, so we'll be skipping that one. But
Yeah,
hopefully
no,
next week we can all make it and
I can't.
see what you all do. So think about it. Think about what you would
Lee-
maybe do different.
Yonder can't.
Yeah, we can't make it next week. We have
Oh, okay.
plans out of town.
I apologize. Okay.
So 2 more weeks without, which will be fine.
Good gravy. So November 16th, hopefully we can all pick up.
Yeah,
After
unfortunately.
that will be the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so I don't know if any of y'all will be available then.
Oh man.
Getting into the dark
I'm
times.
busy all the time.
Holiday.
Adulting.
I really hate it. Yeah, I've been busy just constantly for the past like month.
I hear you.